started shortly. I believe the guys will be here. I'm going to just start a voice call. And yeah, welcome guys. Let's, you know what I should do? I should probably turn up my microphone because that's one of the things that I noticed. My microphone was pretty low last week. Just turn that up, make sure everybody's there. And Ryan's joining in a second as well. Awesome. So, today's agenda, we have level design, core gameplay loop fixes, and just getting the core in. Because once that's in, we can start rapidly testing. So there's a couple of major features needed to be done properly before our core is in. So we're going to focus on that today.
Hello.
Oh, hello Cam. How's it going? How's it going?
Pretty good. Pretty good. I'm just messing around with OBS trying to.
Oh yeah. If you're gonna combo stream today,
Yeah, I have one up right now, but like I'm just streaming me trying to figure out OBS, and I have no idea what I'm doing.
Oh, all right, okay. I mean,
I was just kind of curious if I could set it up in
yeah.
like 5 minutes. But
Yeah, no, honestly, it's like more like if you need help, I need to help you set it up the day
Yeah.
before or something, or
Fair.
like an
I'll,
hour or two before. Next time, like message me and let me know, and
yeah, it
we'll
was like 10 minutes ago. I was like, oh, I could see if I could figure it out.
figure out real
You know,
quick. Yeah, I mean,
this is what
it is something that it's not that hard
Yeah.
to like do.
I don't have any like
You
logos
just-
or anything, or like any
Yeah.
of that, anyways. So
it is something that
kind of just
Oh yeah,
playing
okay, cool.
around.
All right, I mean, you could literally just stream with what you have. And
Yeah.
hold on, let me turn this
I have no
low.
idea.
Yeah. So let me turn off your like so I'm not like looping my looping my audio.
Yeah, I have like no idea what I'm doing now. Like I don't know what I look like right now. I can't see my camera. I can't find the preview button.
Oh.
Hey Cam, you look pretty good.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, Cam, your stream is fine. I could put it off to the side and monitor it for you while we.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
I'll have both streams going.
I'm just doing like a quick test flight, a few minutes, and then I'll probably set it up for like next week.
Yeah, no, that's not bad. Do you have multiple monitors set up for your computer? You have like
I have two. I have a third one, but there's like a 20% chance it like blacks out my basement and like overrides a fuse. So
Okay, yeah, don't
I
don't
only
do
use it
that.
in dire situations.
Okay,
Like Unreal.
if you had if you have two screens, what you're gonna probably want to do, and here, if you here, let me show you what my screens actually look like.
Yeah.
Like how I
Like
set
something
it up.
annoying. I don't know if you have this with OBS, but like I can't see my full preview. I have to pull it up like on a different monitor.
No,
Like
here, let's let me show you.
can't scroll. It's annoying.
Let me capture the screenshot of my
Okay.
other screen, what it
Alright.
looks like.
I gotta pull up your stream.
Like
Alright.
like this is my
Mm.
I would say the studio screen that has YouTube
Okay,
studio,
yeah.
the YouTube and the
Mm.
chat and OBS on the side. So it's like I can see what OBS is seeing, I can see what the stream is seeing, and I can see what the chat
Okay,
is
yeah.
saying. And that's always
Yeah,
on
like-
on my one screen, and that's how I set it up.
Right, okay.
Right? So when you
Yeah,
go
okay.
live, YouTube will give you this little window, right?
Yeah,
I just
I'm
keep
looking
it,
at that right now.
yeah, I just
Yeah.
keep that open to the side. And then OBS.
Okay, yeah.
Honestly, OBS you could put it down, but I keep it open just to see
Like, oh.
just to view like this information down here. If you notice, like where the drop frames are, whether or not this is
Yeah.
green or not. Because when that starts going red, that means that's bad stream quality for your viewers. So it's
Bad
like I
stream
keep
quality.
I
Right.
keep an eye out on that, just to make sure everything's good. And for me now, recently is I've bumped up my frames per second and the amount of bandwidth I'm using for streaming, because I realize like I'm fiber optic connection here, so like I can max out myself.
Send it.
Yeah, exactly. Like I can spend all the bandwidth. It's just
Yeah.
the CPU usage from the other program, Streamlabs OBS, was way too high.
Yeah.
Like you can see, this is like I'm at 4.8 right now. In the screenshot, I was at 6.5. Streamlabs OBS, it was at like 50%. So you can imagine how much
Yeah.
harder it is to do everything while using that software, if it's eating up that many resources. But yeah, that's my main screen. That's how I like to set up my side, so that I don't have I have.
Yeah.
Like I have the ability to see the
Control.
chat, and exactly. And if I need to respond to anything, it's all right there. And then I just do my main screen as the stream.
Yeah,
And then I have a third screen as well, but I normally have like other materials open there and stuff like that, things that like maybe I don't want the
gotcha.
stream to see or whatever, right? I usually have a Discord chat open on that side, but for our streams, I usually pull our Discord chat in, right? But yeah, but yeah, that's how I like to keep it set up, and
Yeah.
I can give you like the actual stream like information and stuff, like in regards to like what your settings need to be and whatnot.
Right. It's just
It's
just need to figure out how to do like all the easy previews and stuff. Cause like I've been in OBS like a lot.
oh,
I've never, like the preview and stuff.
you're talking about like
see,
how like what your
Yeah,
next scene
let's
looks
see
like,
right now.
what your next scene looks like.
Yeah, like I have like all this stuff. But,
Yeah,
my window's like cut off, so I can't see what I'm actually like streaming. Or like just like a very small window of it. My monitor's not tall enough, apparently.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
mean,
But
are you using a 1080p
I can be
monitor?
like, oh, probably not. This thing's old, man.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, maybe.
I can do like
Because
like
this is what
Oh,
OBS
God.
looks like to you. Like it looks like
no Inception.
it's like this. Like your window is like so small like that.
Yeah, but it doesn't like see how yours is scaling when you your window like shrinks
Yeah.
and grows
Yeah.
as you move that. Mine doesn't. It just goes down.
Are you
So, like,
sure
if
you
went
have
down,
the?
like the bottom would just be cut off.
Are you sure you have the latest version of OBS?
Probably not. 29.1.3.
Here I'm checking for OBS updates, and let's see. Like just go to help, check for updates. Oh, I'm at a way older version of OBS than you are.
Oh really?
Yeah, I'm at OBS 21.1.
Don't update it.
0.0.
I don't know. I gotta play around with it.
Yeah, I mean,
No, I'll figure it out.
honestly, it's just stream settings and like figuring out.
Yeah.
And then like OBS itself, it all like functions the same way. So I'm not sure why
Yeah.
your screen isn't scaling or anything like that. I mean, I'll probably update it after the after the stream and see
Yeah.
what it's all about. All right. Anyways, back to the actual.
Yeah.
The actual thing that on the docket today. So what we want to do is we have basically here. Let me last week silliness ensued, and I learned a lot about what a coroutine actually is. I was viewing them as async functions really, and they do a lot of the things that async functions can do, but they're actually not multi-threaded. Like coroutines are actually not multi-threaded, and that's the reason
Yeah, they're
for
they're just objects.
they're just literally just objects, and I didn't know that. I thought, as I was taught, a coroutine is a multi-threaded Well, it's basically like async functions. They're multi-threaded, and I kept with that belief the entire time because every time I used it, it just worked the way I expected. But yeah, Ryan clearly showed me specifically that if you're not doing the yield return nulls, the coroutine itself is just on top of the stack. So it will just run the loop and pause the rest of the program till the loop finishes if you don't have that yield return null telling it like, hey, I need it to pause this frame, wait for the next update cycle, and then go again. So yeah, in regards to the lerping and all the behaviors that we had, plus we also had like an issue with like the object being destroyed before the lerp finished and stuff.
Yeah.
That's all been fixed, but the main issue is when we saw it go instantly to black, it was working. It just didn't have the yield return nulls, and yeah, that was like my bad. So many issues from like literally just that one line of code missing, and yeah, it's
Yeah.
funny. You learn something new.
It happens.
Yeah, you learn
Yep.
something new. It's yeah, coroutines literally just add to the stack. So now with what we have, let me show you. It is coroutine based. It is lerping based, so we don't have to worry too much about setting up. The end trigger will trigger it, and we go back to the bottom. The thing is, we need to pause the game while we're doing that because you saw we're sliding still, and we need to fix certain things. So it's like this is one of the things that I was talking about when you transition your level. So I reposition the character, I reposition the monster and everything. However, the game is still playing, so you're still sliding down, all of that stuff. So if we have that localized timescale, the game timescale that we were talking about, we can pause while still having the lerp and everything in play. And then we have to fix
Nice.
like in regards to like character facing and stuff. And we have to add like death if you fly out of the level. So those are the things. I will take on the level design piece. Okay, I will go make.
Okay.
I will make the level design pieces today, so so you guys don't have to worry about that. Right
Sweet.
now, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave just one piece in each level, so you can literally like progress through the tiers real quick. But what we need to do is we'll need to create that localized game time, so that we can pause and reposition everything in between the transitions, and make sure it's positioned correctly before we unpause. And then we also, I guess, need like the monster to do like its proper things as well, right? Like so, a couple
Yeah.
more attacks, a couple more things, and well, after that's done, we have our game loop. We pretty much have the game, and we just need to make good levels for it. So I'm gonna hopefully do that today.
Perfect.
There's a couple things like score and stuff that's not working, so we have to like
Okay.
kind of rework that as well.
All right.
Score
I
is
can
not
look into
working.
that.
Yeah, score is not working, and then we also want to get those power ups that we were talking about in, because the roulette wheel is working, but we don't have any way to we don't have the object to actually reward the character with yet. Do you understand what I mean?
Okay.
Right.
So
Okay.
it's like the end piece of the roulette wheel hasn't been hooked up, just so that and that's like just a quick win on the player side of things as well, right? So lots of things. We don't have to get it all done today, but like, who wants to take on pieces? I know we all hate level design, so I will volunteer
I'll
for the
take
level
on the
design.
timescale.
You'll take on the timescale? All right, yes.
Yeah.
Do
I'll,
the
Because I'm pretty
I'm
sure
looking at the
that's
score
gonna
right now.
result in me changing how the player jumping works as well.
is the timescale gonna stop? Oh yeah, it's gonna possibly
Because
change.
I'm
that?
using
Yeah.
impulse, yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
instead of impulse, I'm just gonna calculate. do the math.
Okay. So you're gonna make significant changes to the player right now.
Yeah.
So maybe here, take a look. I think I don't know if I did this in the player controller or if I did this in the game manager. I did something in repositioning the player. Maybe you create that function as like a public function that can be called from the player controller or something. Um, and same with the monster, to reposition the monster, right? Because the thought process is, let me show you how, in regards to the transition, where it ends up happening. I think it happens in the level manager. We have this reset positions where we're just doing this
Yep.
like this, but it would be better because we have the player. I believe this is, yeah, we have the monster and we have the player controller here. We have them, right? Within the level manager. If we just had like something that could just reset the positions every time to the beginning of the level, that works, and I don't have to worry about it anywhere. I can just call player dot reset monster dot reset or something. That would be perfect.
Yeah, let me first get the jumping working with the new.
Yeah. Don't worry about this till after, but like this is literally the hook for it, and you just add the proper repositioning of it, and it just works. And then I think if you go into level transition,
What folder would our timescale script be on?
Yeah.
Utility?
yeah, you
Utility, I
can you
think.
can make it a utility script. I should have put level transition in the utilities as well, but whatever. So for your hook after the time scale, you're pausing here and you're unpausing here. Or sorry, you're pausing before the loop and you're unpausing after the loop. Sorry, right? So
Yeah, it's gonna be a simple class, so I'm not
yeah.
worried.
Yeah, so just these are the things for you, Ryan. These are your hooks. You deal with them as you may. All right. Now for you, Cam.
Oh.
We want like overarching game stuff now, right? So here's where you also started adding monetization in the ad manager in. So you can probably here, let me show you how I'm doing the roulette wheel and
Sure.
how it's returning what value it gets, and where you should be adding like how to reward the player. And then we need to build like that whole sort of scoring, rewarding the player, and all of these sort of systems as well. And that can be done independently of the player controller, I believe. So should be okay.
Cool. And we're giving them like power-ups.
Yeah, so there was three things that we were thinking of. Remember, we were thinking of like if you get a jackpot, or if you get like a two of a kind, there's two separate rewards for each of these three objects that we're going to give. One of the objects is let's actually go into the
did we write it down?
it's in the slot machine. So basically you can grab the selected power-ups, and you get to see if it's if the score jackpot happens, the next time you play the game, your score is multiplied by 3. Like everything you do is multiplied by 3, and that's like a one run. That's like the next run thing. So we'll have that type of upgrade, right? My thought is that these ones can also be purchased from the shop as a currency sink. So while you have skins that you can buy, you can also buy these power ups that you can roulette wheel for, right? So we'll create them in a way that you can add them to the shop too. That's the thought process, right? So we have this. The next one is, when you get a lives jackpot, you get 3 lives. And when you get a coins
Right.
jackpot, you get 500 coins. Because if you remember, we had like score being the you progressing through the game and increasing your score that way, and coins being the actual in-game currency that we're going to use in our shop and stuff, right?
Right. Okay.
Um,
Um.
and then
No,
and
the
then
the live jackpot.
and these are the jackpots, right? And then you have
Yeah.
like
Okay.
the non-jackpots where it's just like
2 times.
score
Yeah.
times 2, an extra life, so 2
Right.
lives, not 3 lives,
Okay.
and then 50 coins, not 500 coins, right?
Okay.
So and then these are the
Wait.
yeah, go ahead. What's up?
You don't even need our custom time scale.
Why?
In the time class, there is a unscaled delta time.
Oh, really?
Yep.
But like if we use time dot time scale equals
Because
0.
the only time we want that is for our UI transitions to still happen when the game is paused, right?
Yes. Well, that's
Uh,
literally that's the only reason why I
Yeah.
was thinking about that other time scale. But
And
like
we
if
have
there's a
an
way around that,
unscaled delta. Yeah, we have an unscaled delta time.
so we can use that in the lerp instead of time dot
Yeah,
delta
I'm still gonna
time.
try that.
Yeah. Okay. You have the access to the level transition script and everything. You can try that.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, so for you, Cam, like literally the hook is right here, right? In the reward
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
reward function.
Okay. Um.
Because
So it's
this will
score live
yeah, go ahead.
and
Yeah, score
so the
lives
three
and
rewards are
coins.
score.
Lives
Yeah,
and
score live and coins. Okay.
and
I'll
you have a
probably just
jackpot version
tie
and
it.
a thing and a regular
Yeah.
version of it. Yeah.
I'll probably just tie it to player data,
Yeah.
so we can like we'll have like a score multiplier, a coin multiplier,
Yeah, I
and
agree.
then like lives is just lives or whatever. But for the lives, is it like you get to continue at your last known location plus 3 lives, like if you hit the jackpot, or is it like you gain 3 extra lives for your
For the
next round?
next run. All of it's next run
Next
stuff.
round, okay.
All of it's
If
next
you want to
run.
continue your run though, are we having like an add to continue or no?
We could
Yeah,
probably we can add
that's
that. Oh, is that working? Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Awesome.
right.
Awesome. Okay. Never mind. We don't have to do
Did I
anything
make
else.
that?
We don't have to do anything else. So
Yeah.
so
I don't even remember doing that.
So most likely for your Fade to Black, you also want to use unscaled delta time.
yeah. So in the level transition, instead of using um, time dot delta time, we use time dot unscaled delta time here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, you can make that change.
I can make that change.
Yeah, you can make that change. That's like I'm not touching this anymore. So it's and the thing is, this transition is probably not going to be even like um
Mhm.
the complete end transition. Anyways, this is just a quick fade to black, fade back.
Yeah.
We might want to look into actually making something cooler eventually, right? But yeah, if we can use unscaled delta time for our transitions here, then like yeah, let's just do that and turn time scale to 0 on pause, because then yeah, you can in the level manager when we have the reset positions, like this
Yep.
increment level tiers is what like will clean up the level gen, reset our positions. We'll spawn our next pieces. If we're at our Grandmaster, we constantly just spawn Grandmaster. Otherwise, we increase our tier and spawn the next tier, right? And yeah, this reset positions is just right now it's just doing this. But I think like you also have to consider what direction the player's facing, which I don't consider right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean over here I guess we can do time scale equals. Well, actually, we would do that
I do that in the UI.
in the okay, in the enumerator. That makes sense. All right, cool. So let me get on to this level design because I keep putting it off and I'm not right. And Ryan made this cool little thing for us. Right. So I'm gonna I'm gonna create going to create 3 rules. I'm going to create a rule for easy generation, a rule for medium generation, and a rule for hard generation. My thought process is I'm going to look for 10 pieces that are easy, 10 pieces that are medium, 10 pieces that are hard, and all of our tiers are going to be like, novice is going to be like all easy pieces. Rookie is going to be like 90% easy pieces. Easy is going to be like 70% easy pieces. Normal will be like 50% easy pieces, 50% normal pieces. Intermediate will be like 70% normal pieces, a couple easy. Then hard will be like all normal. Mostly normal pieces, but a couple of hard pieces. And then adept will be more hard pieces, a couple of normal pieces, right? So it'll be like out of those 10 easy, 10 medium, 10 hard pieces, I'll be able to like mix and match to create all the tiers, I think. I don't think I'll need anything more than that for now anyways. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Let's duplicate these.
Okay, I also have to check now if we're UI elements.
Easy pieces. Easy piece. Rules.
Can you just spin the wheel forever?
No, you. Oh yeah. Like because I don't have like the spin button doesn't disappear, and there's all of these other things that don't happen because I was waiting for the ad manager and adding ads. So it's okay. Like it literally just outputs. Hey, you got that, right? Like it does the slot machine functions, but it doesn't do the little end pieces, which is like serve up the ad. And reward the player with the actual thing, but the structure's all there.
Like, is the ad manager good to go? Like, I don't even remember making it. I'm so autopilot when it comes to monetization now.
Yeah, you made this IAP handler, and
there's an ad manager script. Like IAP, I remember making IAPs.
Oh, I must have made the ad. I must have made the ad manager script then.
Oh, yeah,
because
there's an ad. Yeah,
we have a show reward ad here. That we'll call load ad, and then we have to. This is the initialization listener, and in reward ad we have our show listener, right?
Mm-hmm. So be on show completed. That's when we would
so
reward the player.
Yeah, so when we on our ad manager, we have that static function show reward ad, and it will call advertisement.load. Then it'll advertisement.load will should be
want to see
should be called show ad right here, and then on show ad complete you need to do the
you also have to make sure that it's initialized on start. Oh no, that's in the ad manager.
That's in the ad manager. All of that stuff is done. Don't worry.
Okay.
It's all like right here, right?
So we just need to reward them basically for watching it.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
Kind of where we're at.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Everything's and okay. So this is me. I put this in. My bad. I thought you put this in because you were also doing IAPs and stuff. So I was like, all right. This is literally my code. I can tell. Just the initialization and all that stuff. Like I have the functions there. I just haven't implemented anything. Okay. It's all there. It's all ready to go.
Cool.
It's literally just hook the pieces up together.
Yeah.
Make them talk to each other.
How do we get like that ad? Like, do you have to watch an ad like on the slot machine, or is it always just?
Yeah. You have to roll, and if the slot machine comes up with so on the slot machine itself, if it comes up with any one of these, before you reward, you have to output the. You have to output the thing. Right now, this will just reward immediately. So over here, where it's like this evaluate rewards, this is where you output the button, and then the button would call the specific reward it is. Do you get what I mean?
Okay.
You'd output the button to then you'd like enable the watch ad button, and the watch ad button will know that like, hey, either this reward is true or whatever, right? And then once watch ad has been watched, then reward will be called with what index it needs to be, and you can see over here, this is how we're calling it here. This is like the check, right? If they're all the same, then you can reward the first one, and it's a jackpot. If two of them are the same, or if like the first one is the same with the second one, or the first one is the same with the third one, then you can reward the first one, but it's not a jackpot. And then like the same thing, if the first one and the second one are like literally, it's just like these are the three things that we need to check to make sure we can check all the slots at all times for like the specific things that we want.
But like that's for like the power ups and stuff, right?
Yeah, exactly. This will come down. Like the reason why we only have to either send in 0, 0, or 1. Think about it. If we're a slot machine that with 3, you get it, right?
I'm wondering like when does the add to continue trigger? Like how does that
Oh
work?
yeah, we don't have that in yet.
Okay.
What we can do is we have like this null power up that we were talking about, where this could be if like the current reward is type null, we're just saying no reward and clearing it.
Okay.
But if we can use this type null to be like hey, you have watch ad, and maybe it only happens when it's like jackpot. So you can like you can check if it's null. If it's a null jackpot, then you get like watch ad to continue or something.
Okay.
We have a fourth thing there. We called it null, but we can call it like
Okay.
where is it? In the slot. It's set up in the slot, I think.
So there's a chance that they can't watch an ad to continue if they don't roll it.
Yeah. I want this all to be like a gotcha game for no money.
But then
a gotcha game for no money, just ads.
Yeah, that kind of messes with our is premium IAP though, because if somebody buys premium and then they can't roll.
No. So they can still roll. The ad button will just not show the ad. It'll just give them immediate reward. That's how we need to work with it. So it's like we'll need to have like a Boolean has purchased game or something, and like you'll check that before you
that's the premium's already like hooked up and all that. Like you can go buy it right now.
Okay, yeah. So what you would do then is you'd say, are you premium version of the game? Then you just get you don't even get the watch ad button. You just get automatic reward once you've rolled.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. Okay. So like there's a chance on every run that you can't watch an ad.
Yeah. It's all like a gamified thing. And like it's like a gamified death. Like, oh, you get a little game on death. And that's like the thought process, right?
Okay.
And sometimes you get something, sometimes you don't. It's all like luck of the draw there.
Right.
And I think it's perfect for this type of game because it's like it's not so serious. People will be competing for like leaderboards and stuff, but it's not going to be like super serious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I gotcha. Cool.
All right. Let me see. Easy piece rules. Let's see. So easy pieces should probably have wall borders that don't have cuts in them, I think. So wall border 3 can probably be removed. It can have bouncy obstacle. It can have the fan obstacle. Number of obstacles min max. So 0 minimum. Maximum will be 3, yeah. Okay, so that... Let's create...
You guys said the score is broken as well?
Yeah, the score doesn't really do anything yet. Like, we don't have, like, any... so the thought process is the score is going to, as we're running away from this guy... man...
If you want to slowly increase, right?
Yeah, the score should possibly slowly increase for as long as you're like, as long as you're alive, because this guy's
Yeah.
forcing you to go up and up and up. So as long as you're
Okay.
alive, the score is increasing. And then we had that, like, if you hit obstacles and stuff, like the bouncy obstacle, you get a little bit of score. You know, like
Yeah.
to activate obstacles, sometimes you'll get score. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think,
Okay.
I don't know if that's hooked up yet either.
That's working right now. I'm just testing it.
Oh, okay,
Um,
awesome.
it's just the slowly increasing over time, well, as you play or whatever. But
All
I'll
right,
wait for the new time scale to do that because it'll just be like one line while we're playing. So I'll just
okay.
wait.
Look at this level piece. Why is some of the why is wall border 2? Oh, wall border 2 is like a smaller wall. I guess easy pieces can have a small cut. Yeah,
Yeah.
see, some of these like are some of these have obstacles in weird places. All right, let's
Alright, I am pushing my timescale fix.
I like this. I like this piece. The level objects
Yeah, I didn't know they had a. What is it?
had what?
The time scale thing?
Yeah, they had a
Unskilled. Yeah, I did not realize that either. Okay, I like this piece. Yeah, novice piece. A novice piece, call it like easy. And we can like all right. Let's delete these two. Let's look at this one. No, I don't like that. This one has the two, so it's like a little cut. Yeah, that's fine. Easy piece 3. All right, so after that, after the changes to timescale and those pushes, Ryan, I guess like more monster mechanics is the next thing for you, right?
What do we need from Monster?
So like the spit needs to actually like now try to like there should be like it decides to shoot and it should actually fire upwards. Right now it just like like it just like goes like a little bit, so it should actually like fire upwards. And he should be able to choose a lane, right? Like fire through the middle, fire through the left, fire to the right. So he should be able to choose 3 lanes to fire that straight shot. And then he should also have the next projectile. So after the 3 lane shot, straight shot, and it goes up and down, he'll have a shot directly at the at the location of the player. So if the player is just sitting there, it'll shoot directly at him. And then this projectile, if it hits the wall, it should leave like a hazard on the wall, somewhat, right? So it's like then all of our projectile mechanics are done, and then the next thing we can work on is that tongue lash, and the tongue lash can be next week.
Okay.
All right. But yeah, just those projectile mechanics will make the monster feel like way more powerful and way more like dangerous to play against, right?
Yep.
All right, so that's easy piece 3. The most boring part of level design. I mean, the most boring part of of game making. Well, it's not the most boring part, but it's a
Oh,
part.
merge conflict.
Oh, with
Hold on. I know how to fix this.
is it because you did not pull?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You did not pull the stuff that I did last week.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. My bad. I
It's
thought you
I can
pulled
just
before you.
dis
I thought you
no,
pulled before you
I can
pushed,
just discard my level transition thing because it's one line.
and then just pull and then do
Redo
it
it.
again. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What is this? This is just like a standard one piece. Yeah, we can call this easy piece 0 because this is like the actual easiest piece. It's just 2 walls.
Pretty easy.
This is again just 2 walls. Nope. I do not want that. Another one, just 2 walls. Nope.
There you go. My fix should be in.
All right. Cool. Awesome.
All right. So basically, make the projectile faster, and
And yeah, like so the projectile should be like the straight shot should be like you have to dodge it on the way up and you have to dodge it on the way down, right?
Mhm.
And then
Okay.
the shot directly towards the player, you have to dodge it, and then you can't go to the spot where it hit. Those are the
Okay.
those are the two types
So
that
wait,
we
does
should.
it goes up and down, right? It doesn't go sideways or like.
Yeah. So the projectile that we currently have, it should fire off in like a 3-lane sort of thing, right? Where it's like it chooses, am I firing closer to the left wall? Am I firing closer to the right wall? Or am I firing in the middle, right?
Yeah.
And then it shoots straight up, and because it's a physics object, it should fire off and then just come straight down. And when it shoots up and then comes down, the thing that the player will have to do is make sure that they're tracking where it shot from, because on the
Yeah.
way down it can hit you too. I think that would be interesting. Like it's shooting like a
Okay,
ball
yeah.
up and down. And then the other projectile that it can fire directly at you, because it'll hit a wall, it should leave like a splat on the wall with like acid or something, that if you touch it, you die as well. So it's like you have like you have this kind of like a 3-lane shot. I would call it, as like the first mechanic, where it's just like a shot up and down, and the player has to kind of dodge it both directions. And then you
Yeah.
have like the leave a hazard shot, which is directly towards the player. Like it's angled, like let's say, like if the enemy's on the bottom and it just looks at the player's direction and just fires something towards it, it will always hit the wall. So if the player dodges it, we can just make sure that, like, oh, where's the position that you hit on the wall? Spawn something that looks like acid or something on the wall, and then if the player touches that area, like just give it like a small little collider, you die as well, right? So like
Okay.
there's like I think like the first and foremost should be like that 3-lane shot, because I think that makes the most sense with our game. But I also like the whole like acid shot leaving a hazard. Like I really like that idea. So I want that in as well, but that can be like a secondary sort of projectile.
All right. Gotcha.
Yeah, the main attack should be that 3-lane shot, I think. All right, so we have a bouncy obstacle. Call this easy piece 4. Let me see what these other pieces look like. Oh, this fan obstacle is all the way in the corner. Let's. Okay, we can put the fan obstacle there. Okay, and then easy piece 0 is just two walls. Okay, cool. So this guy, easy piece 4. Just one bouncy obstacle, but let's put the bouncy obstacle. Let's put it right in the middle, actually. Like, this is so weird trying to design these pieces. This is not something that I do. Oh, wow, this piece looks pretty cool. It has a bouncy obstacle right where the hole is. I like how this piece worked out. Like it has like the little cut with the bouncy obstacle right there. I'll keep this as well. And you really can't lose here because like it would be so hard to get the bouncy obstacle on this side. So I can call this an easy piece. This is such a the fan obstacle is part of this? Oh no, it's not. Okay. This one has a fan obstacle at the bottom. Yeah, we can call this, I guess, easy piece.
How many pieces are we aiming for?
I'm making 10 easy pieces, 10 medium pieces, 10 hard pieces, and then each of these level objects will like novice will be 10 easy pieces. Rookie will be like 15 easy pieces, 5 medium pieces. Easy will be like 10. It'll be like 15 easy pieces, 15 medium pieces. You know, like as you go up, you get more of the other pieces. Till when you get to Grandmaster, it's just 100 hard pieces all the time. 100 hard pieces, 100 hard pieces. But like it's going to be 10 of each type, easy, medium, hard, and we will add more as we see fit. As we get more obstacles, as we get more things, we will add more to these prefab lists, and we can even remove some of them. Like I don't really like the way that obstacle piece looks, and we'll be able to easily figure out what they are by looking at what they're named in the prefab, right? It's like, I don't like that. I don't like that piece the way that looks. Oh, that's easy piece number 4. Let's fix it, right?
Okay.
So
Cool.
We'll. I could possibly even make it so that like as you're traversing the pieces, we even output what piece you're currently in or what piece you've currently traversed to, so that we have the tools necessary to know what are good pieces and our bad pieces. But that's like analytic stuff that we can do later.
Yeah.
Like first and foremost, the actual design of building these 10 pieces comes into like you have to actually do that. Like the work of that has to be done. Okay.
Yeah, I can help out. Like I don't expect you to make all.
Well, I mean,
plus 100 or whatever.
the thing is, it works out because this level generator is just automating a bunch of them and making them pretty different. So, like I've already gotten to 7 easy pieces right now, right? This is the reason why I wanted the tool to be made in the first place, because I knew somebody's going to do this job and I wanted it to be easy for them. I just didn't imagine myself doing the job.
We need more tweaks with the level gen, or what?
No. We're good with it right now. We will eventually need tweaks when we're adding. Well, I guess no, because like you can add. So in regards to the level generation rules, we add obstacle parameters. My thought was we can also add item parameters, because we're going to have pickups as well, like coins and stuff.
Yep.
Right? So that's the only other thing to add into this. But for now, I need to get some semblance of a working game in. So I'm just going to build 10 easy pieces for now. And just get them done. I'm almost done all of 10 as well. Again, I have pretty varied pieces now, so we'll be able to actually go through the game and play it
Yeah.
with different pieces.
I might add some better visualizers or
Yeah, I mean, hey,
tool set.
yeah, go ahead, man. I'm not stopping you from making it better.
I was
Wow,
gonna grab a coffee
wow.
quick.
Murad, stop gassing me.
Man, I'm so salty. I bought these fruits literally yesterday,
Yeah.
and they're already growing mold on them.
Oh God. It's I mean,
Like, you give me an expiry date, and you think it's gonna expire at that time.
yeah, no, I mean, those are best before dates, and they're like inaccurate. They're like,
Yeah.
all right, okay, so we have 10 easy pieces now. I'm gonna just leave that as is. I think these other pieces up here, they kind of like. Oh, hey, this piece looks cool. Right. Let's delete these. All right. Delete all that. Easy piece 11.
Oh,
All right.
there's a Saudi tournament going on. For
Oh,
Street
really?
Fighter.
Really?
Yeah, $1 million prize pool.
I mean,
No,
that's
but this one was invitationals. So like people from
oh,
Japan, people from
oh,
LA.
okay. Wow. Yeah, thanks, Murad. Thanks for stopping by. Every little bit helps, man. I always appreciate people stopping by. Yeah, sorry, it's just a friend of mine stopped by in the chat right now.
No, no worries.
uh,
Part of the streaming.
yeah. Hey,
Right.
dude, I'm a father, man. It's harder for me to come out to your house than it is for you to come to mine. I literally hermited myself away from like everybody. All my friends are like, "Where are you? Why aren't you out anymore?" Bring the kid. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I could. I'm sure your parents would love to see her. Uncle Murad is uh I'm gonna just add all these because right now the level gen just shuffles and places. Eventually we're gonna want like these to be pulled from and randomized from the level sections that we have here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, you know, like what I was talking about, how like it's gonna be like the novice is all easy pieces, the rookie has some medium pieces. The thing
Yeah.
is, like, it'll be selections that happen via code versus me just putting it in, because it'll be nicer to have it like, oh, these are the pieces that I have access to, and it selects every time rather than me having to create it every time, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think we were talking about that before too, right?
Yeah.
Making it so that like we're actually selecting the pieces rather than manually creating them. Okay, I'm gonna. Can I copy the array? Copy property path? What does that do? Oh, I can't like paste array values. There you go. Okay, that didn't work. Um,
I am back.
yeah. So I figured there's going to be an easier way to do this. Um, we're going to eventually build, I think, these level objects in code based upon the prefab pieces we have in easy, medium, hard, so that it's a little bit even more randomized. So we'll create all the level sections, whatnot, and then the scriptable objects will decide based upon what tier I'm in, what percentage of easy pieces I select, what percentage of medium pieces I select, what percentage of hard pieces I select, and
Mm-hmm.
it will be randomized based upon these 10 pieces every time, rather than me manually setting them up as I'm doing right now. I'm gonna build that after though, because I think
Okay.
it's more pertinent to get the game loop going now than it is for that system. But that system
Mhm.
will be the next step, I think.
Yeah.
Here, uh, we have novice to intermediate for now. Let's leave that as is.
Do we have a game over function?
Possibly. Let me
Like a
see.
death, like
Yeah.
lives. Yeah,
It's in the level manager,
So
right?
what's it called?
should be. I think it's just called like restart. We have like a death
Game over.
box.
Yeah, game over right here. That
Unleveled death? That one?
No, game over.
Is it not public?
it's not public, and
Okay.
um, it's also not called when this happens.
Actually, there's
Like,
two of the same debugs. I don't know which.
Yeah, because I'm thinking I'm making the projectile, right? And how we want to.
see, we don't want to
Oh,
really do this.
if
Like,
you make it an obstacle, it will. Actually, never mind.
I don't think on level death is needed at all.
Well, we're doing lives, right?
Yeah, but I think lives are calling game over from here, right? Like on the actual setter, you're calling game over, right? If your value is less than zero, you game over.
You guys,
If
I
otherwise,
think
you
you
respawn.
reworked the lives. So I
Did
don't know
I?
what
Did
it
I?
is now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but isn't this more logical that it just happens either you game over or respawn from here?
Uh, yeah, I guess, yeah.
And then the game over function doesn't really have to be public. It's really just when you lose all your lives.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to build in whatever you need into the game over function right here.
So you still need to evaluate it. Oh yeah, I guess in the
In the post game, when you switch over to post game, the game manager will be like, "Hey, am I showing something?" Right? Like so, over here, you remember on game state change is like you have an invoke here.
right.
So on the slot machine, um,
I mean, we
oh
shouldn't
wait,
be
so
invoking
sorry, we have
on
the
game state if
no
we
no
still have
we
lives,
have the
right?
post game menu manager. Sorry,
Yeah.
that's what it is. The post game menu manager on enable. It's like, oh, if our random value ends up being greater than our slot machine probability, we turn on our end menu container, which is our slot machine. Um, Otherwise, wait, slot machine container set active true. Oh yeah, if end menu container is just like, oh yeah, this is a restart or whatever. Otherwise, the slot machine is true. So it's like if our probability is 40%, our random has to be low. Our random has to be from 0 to 0.4. If it's
Yeah.
if it's greater than that, then we don't get the slot machine. Otherwise, we do get the slot machine. That's literally how it's
Uh,
happening
okay.
right
For
here.
now, I think I'm just gonna what is it? De-increment the player lives. On the
Yeah,
projectile.
yeah, Yeah, that's exactly all you need to do.
Yeah.
It should.
I
It
think
should.
that was the idea for the on-level death. Like you could just call that. It'll decrement the lives, and it'll check if you've actually died or not,
Yeah,
or just
but
Okay.
but
restart.
but but if we have a getter and a setter for the player lives, why not just do it through player lives?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why have an extra function call when like you can have a setter in player lives that will cap the way you can set the player lives, right?
Hmm.
You understand the logic there?
Yeah,
It's
I
like
know. Like the getters were added after I added that logic.
okay. Oh yeah, I think I may have added it then. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only reason why the on level death doesn't make too much sense to me is because like really what you need to do is you just need to send it to post game and post game will handle everything else. Because we have that post game menu manager that will
Right.
become enabled and it will check to see like, oh, am I a slot machine or am I just regular end menu container?
Hmm.
What's going on? And then now the slot machine just needs to be updated a little bit in regards to showing the buttons and all of that. Right now it shows the spin button and it has like a restart
Right.
button, but it needs to also have a show ad button, right? In case.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And again, these are things that I knew were to be added. I was just like, let's get to the point where we're feeling like we're an actual game. Cathedral,
Hmm.
huh? Who's this? Hey, it's a new person. I don't think I've ever seen this person in
Yes.
chat. Tuz? Cathedral. Why would you say cathedral? What were we talking about when they said that?
It's Daz from Multiverses.
The Tasmanian devil. All right. Why is there a level piece container here?
So
Okay,
you can
let's.
only spin once per run, right?
Yes, you should
Like on
only be able to
the
spin one
so
time. Yes,
okay.
yes.
Yeah.
You don't want to spin multiple times.
Right. And
Why
it's
is this
always
bouncy obstacles just
restart
random
after
here?
you spin.
Yes. Let me just
Okay.
play and see. So far,
Yeah,
we
I'm just like
have.
messing around with it.
Yeah, this like he's like this chonky boy, very very slow right now. Oh, we're gonna need like monster uh what am I gonna say? Monster speed up upon level tier, I guess, as
Okay.
well.
I'll just make a public function for
Y-
like set speed.
Yeah, and we can like in the level tiers we can specify what the monster's new speed is gonna be upon level change.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like
Yep.
the actual level tier can store that information, which is good. Oh, yeah. So the obstacle scores are working.
Yeah.
I just verified.
Yeah, I just need to add like increased score over time.
Yeah.
But that's like one line, so it's fine. For now.
Whoa. Oh no. Oh, that was a tricky obstacle, and now I'm on areas where we shouldn't be
Yeah.
able to play.
I think you have that obstacle tilted. Would be pretty good.
That'd be
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. I'll fix that piece. Oh. We're gonna fix that piece, but yeah, I think I'm coming up on the end. Oh yeah, and this piece is a little tricky. Oh no, and I died. This piece is tricky because we have to like get to the top and jump all the way up, or else
Mhm.
you can't really make it past this gap. That's a little bit tricky piece, but
Could add like a fan on one side,
yeah.
going straight up.
Yeah. You need a fan obstacle for that one. I'm gonna. It's the one with.
Can always make more obstacles if something comes into your mind, like while you're level designing.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish
Uh,
we had like this for it right here to make it.
yeah. No, for sure. I think this is the piece that had the two. Yeah, this was the Easy piece number 3. Probably add a fan obstacle to this guy. How are the obstacles placed? They're like this, yeah. Just copy this. Easy piece 3.
For these power-ups and stuff, we need to know when it's a like let's say a power-up run or something. But like
Yeah.
we can have these variables in our player controller or player data, and we just always multiply our score by like our score multiplier. We'll just have it defaulted to 1, but we just need to know when to reset it and stuff. So should I add like a boolean to the player data, like is buffed run or is power-up run or something?
You honestly, can't we just have like values increase and we just know? Like,
Yeah,
so if
yeah,
if
but
lives are more, then the respawn will
yeah, I guess
happen.
we could just default them at the end of every run,
Yeah, we default them at the end of
okay,
every run,
and
but
then
some runs will have different values because of power ups.
yeah,
You know?
okay. I'm just thinking about how like
Yeah,
the
because
consistency of it.
the easiest way is the simplest way, which is like our
I'm just gonna
entire
add three
game
like
runs
variables.
on
Yeah.
our entire game runs on these variables, and
Hmm.
we only modify them in these specific scenarios in
Right.
order to for it to behave slightly differently. And the
Okay.
thing is, then we can even like upon next upon next level, we can even have like icons that pop up saying like, oh yeah, you have an extra life this run and stuff like that
Hmm.
on the main screen. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Like you have like
Yeah. Like
like a small little thing at the top saying like your current loadout, which is like, you know, normal
score
lives,
live
normal, yeah, you know, like
score
one life,
multiplier.
yeah,
Yeah.
lives
Okay.
multiplier, skull multiplier, like whatever you have ready to go for the next run. And the thing is, then if we have the shop as well, we can have these as purchasable items. Um, all of these multipliers as purchasable items as well for currency sync, which is what I thought. And
Right. Okay.
if we just built the game base level working with these variables, um, then we don't really need to do much more other than that
Okay.
because they're already
Um.
kind of built like that, working with the variables. No,
Yeah. So yeah, like I can add like a score multiplier, coin multiplier, like no problem. But so for lives, like, do I need to add anything, or are we just gonna manipulate the level manager lives?
you just manipulate the level manager lives, and then I think like the respawn needs a little bit of work again, but
Okay.
that I believe that we got a reset position like. Well, did you? Sorry, we're working on. We have that pause now. Um,
Yeah.
did you add it on the transition?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
I did.
you did. All right.
Just
Okay.
double check.
Let me pull. Let me pull. Let me make sure I'm pulling.
Where?
Timescale fixed. Okay. Yeah, you did add it. Unscale delta time. Oh, but you didn't add the pause. I don't think.
Oh, that might have been the case. Yeah.
Menu manager, current state, pause. Okay, cool. And then on the player controller, you have time scale, return. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I'll just add the pause right now, real quick,
Mhm.
because I just need to pause and unpause the game now in the level transition, which is simple enough with game manager dot instance dot levels or game state. Where's the transition? Level transition. So what we'll need to do, yeah, we're using unscaled delta time here, but what we'll need to do is before we um, before we start transitioning, we need to say game manager dot instance dot set game state to game state dot pause, because we want to pause transition.
Yep.
After we're done the transition, we will set game state to game, because we're back into the game. All right. That should be good for the transition. Now I'm going to have to actually play through 10 levels, which is, or I'll
Just take a look if this is the kind of projectile movement you're looking for.
all right, let's take a look. Let's see. Let's see this. All right, let's. Oh, yes. Yes. And it like can
Like
hit
that?
the, yeah. Yeah, I think that's perfect. Really.
Okay.
Like it's just like shoots it up and down, and now it's like it should be able to like choose like, oh, do I want to move over to the right a little bit and shoot it up and down? Do I want to move over to the left a little bit and shoot it up and
Like
down?
it's gonna come from here,
Nice.
basically.
Yeah, exactly. And you can have
Or
like
does it curve like from here to here?
I think we should make it so that the mouth actually moves a little bit, shoots up, moves a little bit, shoots up. Like so, it's kind of like a 3-lane.
I mean, that's gonna be like purely animations. Right?
Yeah. That is what it is. And then the other one just will shoot directly at you. Like it doesn't need to curve. It doesn't need to do anything. It just needs to. Oh, there's the player. I will shoot something directly at the player, and then if the player jumps away from it, it leaves a mark on the wall. But that's after. Yeah, I think you set up the 3-lane one first, because I think that'll be interesting. Because if it moves closer to you, if it like moves to your lane, you might want to like, oh crap, I need to jump away onto the other wall, right? It'll force sometimes the player to move to the other wall and stuff, which is what we don't have right now, right? All right, cool. Back to testing. I'm just going to put this back to 1 just to see the pausing working. Play this chonky boy. All right, cool. Oh, I paused it, and then what happened?
What happened?
I paused it, and it like, I don't think this happened.
Yeah, you have to do wait for seconds real time.
Oh, not okay. Yeah, okay, makes sense. Because wait for seconds is using delta time.
Yep.
Okay. I figured that was going to be the case. Like there had to be there were other things that was using delta time that we that we didn't fix yet.
I'm pretty sure these are all new because I don't think Unity had these in
On scale delta time.
Yeah,
I
know
never.
they had real time.
Yeah, I think it had wait for seconds real time before, but okay, perfect. Oh, okay, awesome. The only thing is when we go pause, it immediately brings up the ooh, that was close. But yeah, it's scaling up properly to the next.
Nice.
Oh, this is like this piece right here. There's no way around it. Like you have to have like a bouncy obstacle going sideways.
I think you make that bouncy obstacle like angled, so like.
Yeah. No. So the thing is, it's like the bouncy obstacles with the previous piece. So what I need to do for this piece is, on the bottom of it, I need to like put a bouncy obstacle. I need to figure out where I am first, though. Where's my player? I'm like all the way on the side here. So which piece was this? No. Oh, piece 10? Yeah, it's this one. Oh, the bouncy obstacle is part of it. Okay, so this is easy piece 10, which is not not good, because if you come from another piece below it that has two wall borders like this, it's like, first of all, this here's something that's when you have two short walls,
Mm-hmm.
the next piece, if it also has two short walls, it creates this kind of like
Yeah.
gap that like
Yeah.
it creates this extra
I think
gap.
that was the pivot issue that I was
Yeah.
talking about earlier. So we probably didn't fix that.
I think the pivots seem to be fine in regards to its
Check
placing.
the small pieces pivot.
Oh, this guy.
Yes.
It looks like
And then-
it looks like his pivot
Yes.
is centered. It's fine. It's just this guy is a smaller wall, right? He's 25 by 25, not. So what's happening is in scenarios where this is where you have like pieces added together. So what I need to do is every piece that has two small walls, I need to add bouncy obstacles or fan obstacles that are the bottom or the top. So there's always a way to, like, if the two of them get placed together, there's always a way to like up. That's just the easy solution to it. Like, anytime you have two of those walls, you will have so I just need to go through them now and fix that. But yeah, see, this is what I hate about level design, because there's the only way you'll find these out is by actually playing it. You know, like it's such a tedious task. It's not like something that you can just design to automate. Like, right. So this guy, easy piece 3, I did the fix. I did the fix for it.
We got the random points.
Oh yeah, nice. And yeah,
it's gonna look a little bad right now because
it's not moving over, but yeah, I can imagine. Okay, awesome.
And now I think I'll just work on the curved projectile, something that goes in an arc.
Yeah. Oop. So this bouncy obstacle. Should make it so that, like, you can, like, maybe not a bouncy obstacle. Where are our obstacles? Right here. Maybe make an angled bouncy obstacle here. And for easy piece 4. All right, so this one, we'll have that along the bottom. Sounds good. Easy piece 2.
And Unity sine degree, sine and cos, they take radians, right? They don't take degrees.
Yes, radians by default, unless otherwise specified. That is always the case.
Okay.
I like this one like that. 7. Maybe put this piece over here as well. 8. Okay, so this fan obstacle can be put like this along the top, and we can get rid of this bouncy obstacle here. 10. Put the fan obstacle along the bottom. All right, so some of them have them along the bottom, some of them have them along the top. So if you get two things that are, get rid of this bouncy obstacle as well. 11, two fan obstacles. We can put one this way. This way. Okay, cool. All right, I think we have something good here. So one thing with the level transitions is the fact that we have a menu manager that's looking for a game state, and it will automatically lerp. Like when we pause, it automatically changes the menu. Where we need to be like, because it's like open menu, close menu. We need to be like, I don't want to open my pause menu. I just want to pause the game. So should we? Shit. Like, should we create like another pause state that's like game pause? Because like right now when because if I set it to pause right now, because pause is linked to also the pause button and the pause menu. What's
Yeah.
happening at the end of the game is like the
What are you trying to
pause.
pause for?
This is like the pause for the transition, right? So it's like
Why don't you just set time scale to 0? You don't
it's
necessarily need to change the game state, because the game
yeah.
state can stay in game.
Yeah, that's true. Because the thing is, it's like if I do set the game state, the menu's opening, and I don't want to break that logic because that logic is good. Like I want that logic. So yeah, you're right. Instead of setting the game state to pause, I set the time scale to 0 and then 1. Okay, so that is in level transition. I knew that this is going to come with a lot of different bugs and caveats that we have to really reason out and fix. But I think it's coming along. We have a good solution for everything really here.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me test that out. The menu should not pop up. We should pause, reposition. Everything should be good. Okay, let's hurry up and get this way. Get up. All right, we paused. We're back. Okay, yeah. We're back. There is still a little bit of a bug, but let's make sure that all these levels look good. Let's actually just go through them and see. Okay, so that's not really an insurmountable gap either. I think that's okay. But let's see what this is. This is easy piece 10. No, easy piece 10 is fine. Easy piece 6. Okay, so easy piece 10 and easy piece 6. When you have easy piece 6, you have this. You have one with a. Yeah, you have like a one big wall and one small wall here. So this fan obstacle for easy piece 6 should be probably along the bottom. Okay, so easy piece 6. We have a little bit of editing to do.
Do you want me to add a currency text box for in-game, since we'll be picking up coins and stuff?
Yes, please.
Okay, because I just added a lives one.
Yes. Lives, currency,
Yeah,
all of that, all that stuff should be like visible. Possibly
Yeah.
like a HUD thing that disappears when you play. But it's available on the main screen and you can kind of see. But like right now, you can just output it to the screen somewhere, and we can see it at all times.
Okay.
We can
Yeah.
figure out like an artist can
Yeah.
help us figure out the UX and the UI design of that.
Hmm.
All right, cool. Yeah, there's still an issue with the resetting of positions. I don't know if you fixed that, but it looks like the player
The
still,
respawn?
yeah, not the respawn, the resetting of
Oh.
positions on level transition. It seems like the player is um, reset properly, but they're facing the wrong side. Like they look like they're like, oh, here's another issue. What what
Yeah.
what is this? This
I've made
is
a card on the GitHub issues for that,
okay.
like a project, a task. If you want to add to it,
Yeah,
whatever your current issue is.
yeah. Yeah, I will. I'll add to the issues list. Piece 10, piece 8 has 2 wall borders, but piece 10 has that. Okay, so piece 10 needs editing. Whew. All right. I should probably add. Let's add a bouncy obstacle to the top of this. Let's add like a right bouncy obstacle. So you have to like. You have to come in from the left side to like bounce up. All right, cool. So if you guys watch my screen right now, I'll show you what I mean. Um, I'm about to level transition right now. So I'm gonna level transition, and now you'll see my players like facing the opposite direction, and I just have to jump into the wall to fix that. Oh, this is kind of weird. This is
Yeah, like animation stalls.
yeah, the animation stalls, but it's okay. It's not the end of the world. Everything's kind of like still functioning properly.
Yeah.
Ooh, oh, that's like perfect timing to like get past that. I don't know if you saw that. I used the fan obstacle to literally just vault myself up, just barely to the
Nice.
next. Like some of these gameplay things are actually feeling pretty cool. I just wish I was a better level designer. All right. We don't have any score on the fan obstacle, do we?
No,
No.
no. No.
Oh. Okay, yeah. See, that's like. Oh no. Okay, so this one's still kind of hard. Probably move this down a little bit. So number 10.
Yeah, we should probably add death boxes on the outside of the arena as well.
Yes, that would be a good idea.
Could make like just 2 box colliders that just always stay at
Yeah,
the player's height.
yeah. Literally just we're gonna be like the max height of the level is ever gonna be like this 100 pieces, and we know where the end piece spawns. You literally could just
Hmm.
place um, 2
Yeah,
triggers
you
that go all that
could
span
make like
the
two
entire.
massive ones.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that will
or you could
span
make
that will
yeah.
span basically 30 times 100 is the top
You could
level is the top Y position.
yeah.
So it's like you can literally just have two colliders on the side that go scale on the Y 30 times 100 all the way up. And that will always deal with the highest Grandmaster level.
What would be more expensive, doing like that, like two massive ones, or like two small ones that always just stay at the player's height, like they follow the player's height?
Oh, I mean, either or. Honestly, like
Just curious on like
the
how
massive
expensive
the
making massive
massive
colliders
the
can be.
massive ones will be like you're always checking like collision area data in that
Yeah.
specific area, but like the trigger colliders and stuff, they're not really. I think like yeah.
I think a massive collider is more optimal at the end, right?
Yeah,
that's
like because
less objects you're iterating over.
we're not moving it ever. It can be marked as
Yeah.
static as well in the engine, so
Yeah.
it knows that like, hey, this is the only areas that I need to check for. So it's like if we're
Yeah.
moving an object, we're also updating its physics. So it's like that will probably be more expensive in the long
Be
run.
more expensive.
Yeah.
Just
So it's like
curious.
if you can mark an object as static, it's always better
Right. Gotcha.
because static objects are easier to kind of deal with mathematically.
hmm
You
I
can
don't think it matters if it's being instantiated, though.
No, we're not going to instantiate it. We're gonna just we're gonna just
makes sense.
place a long like. So imagine we know like, if we're getting 100 levels and our maximum wall size is 30, 100 times 30 that's how big the Y size is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like we can literally just make two colliders that are like, just this big and just span all the way to the top. We place them right in the beginning.
Yeah.
And, they're just scale from on the Y 30 times 100, which is 300, right? They're just that high. And 300 on the Y is going to be the highest height that we'll ever have because that's kind of what we've decided, right?
Yeah.
hmm
So I think just placing them in the beginning and just having them as static colliders will be fine.
Is anybody touching a player controller?
I might have some change. No, I don't have changes.
I've seen him move a line.
Okay. All right. I also have a gizmo for debugging our launch arcs.
Oh, nice. So we can figure out possible differences in launch arcs that can
Yeah.
make the player
If
feel
you
better,
look at my
maybe.
screen,
Yeah.
yeah, right here.
What are you saying? Launch sharks? I heard
Yeah.
launch sharks.
Launch
Launch
arcs.
Imagine, dude. Imagine sharks in the grass.
Oh man.
That'd be scary.
I watched something that's
God damn. That's in it's Tiny Kingdoms of Wonderlands. There's like these sharks enemies, but they can go on the ground. And you just see like a fin swimming around and like dirt and stuff.
Lawn sharks.
Yeah, land sharks, lawn sharks. Scary stuff.
All right, let's see. Oh, this is for the arcs for the projectile for the player. I mean, sorry, for the enemy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Oh, so yeah, you can visualize where it's coming from and where it's gonna go.
Yeah. So like
Okay,
if I'm
awesome.
setting up
That's
things in
pretty
the inspector, there we go.
Yeah. Awesome. And then we can probably create something similar for like, when it's about to fire. There's like an indicator that
Like
pops up in the
Yeah.
there's an indicator that pops up where it's gonna fire from, and then maybe there's an indicator that it's gonna be like a firing
Like
at you or a
blue
lane
shell?
fire. Yeah, like a blue
The
shell.
blue shell warning.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the blue shell indicator and stuff. Yeah, exactly. I like that idea because it's like if you get
it's cool.
far enough away from the monster and it's still trying to fire at you, it's going to like there'll be like something at the bottom of the screen that'll be like, hey, it's gonna come from this lane, be careful.
Yeah.
It's gonna come from this lane, be careful. And then maybe there's like an indicator like, oh hey, he's actually gonna try to fire directly at you, be careful,
Mm-hmm. That's
And
cool, yeah.
and
I
yeah,
like that.
like
gravity and something as well.
Yeah, so are you scaling the force that you're firing the bullet at based upon how far away the player is? Because you might need to do
No.
that as well.
Yeah,
Because like
possibly.
let's say like you're like so far away and it's trying to fire bullets at you, it's not gonna be able to reach you, right? Um, so that might need to happen as well.
I feel like being consistent would be a bit better, just so like
Okay,
always the
at
specific
that
time.
point, then when you get far enough away, it needs to have attacks that can reach you no matter what. Which I guess will the tongue lashes will be
I mean, what we could do is if it's too far away, the monster kind of just
speeds up
yeah, it speeds up.
to
So like
catch
it always tries to maintain like
a certain
it.
distance.
Let's say it
We
tries
could
to
have
stay within the screen bounds. How about that?
Yeah,
So I
but
got
we could add another
oh
hazard
yeah,
that
I
kind of
guess
like
I can,
patrols the wall.
so like
You know what I mean?
yeah, we could also
yeah
do that. Like
yeah
what I'm thinking
It's like
is
like a spiked wheel that climbs up and down one wall. That'd be kind of
yeah,
cool.
yeah that would actually be pretty cool, and that could be like a um, it would be a little bit more of a dynamic obstacle. Like we wouldn't
Yeah, and move around, and
it would move around.
we could
but what I'm thinking
like you could
is
like the monster could have that and a fireball as like two like range hazard attacks.
Yeah, I'm thinking like it needs to have because outpacing the monster is like a thing that we're going to have. And if you remember, there were other ideas on like, and I don't want to add this in right now. This is obviously for later, but there were other ideas on trying to hit the monster so that it falls down a little bit by like collecting things, right?
Mhm.
So it's like outpacing the monster should be like a goal of the player. Um, so in doing so, maybe when it reaches a certain distance, it unleashes those attacks, those like
Yeah.
a hazard obstacle that's running across both sides and stuff. Instead of just keeping it fast, going like super fast, because eventually towards the end it will be going super fast. It will be it will be basically keeping up with the player. Um, but I want that as a like a level progression thing. I don't want that as like a built into the game sort of thing, because outpacing the monster should
Right.
still be the goal of the game, shouldn't it?
Yeah, I agree.
So it's like we can find a design way around that. So if we want to keep the bullets consistent, which I agree with, they only trigger on a certain distance, and after a
Yeah.
certain distance, we have other attacks that he can unleash,
Yeah.
which which sound
Basically we're
yeah.
creating a behavior tree at
Yeah,
that point.
Yeah, exactly. So in those scenarios, I like the obstacle that crawls up the sides that he can unleash, so that it can slow you
Mhm.
down. It can slows the player down. Basically, we need this monster to feel like it's trying to slow the player down at all given costs, and we have to try to slow him down as well. So.
Yeah.
The thought process is some of the items that we can actually spawn can be like this. Remember that like nail bomb that you can drop? Like
Mhm.
we'll like pick up 3 power ups along the way, and then automatic nail bomb drops, and the monster loses 50 units of
Yeah.
50 units on the Y or whatever. Like we can build stuff like that as well later, if we can if we keep up with the you're running away from the monster, and it's not just always catching up to you. All right. Anyways, that's my spiel on that. Whether do you guys agree with that? I think we
Yeah, I
should
think
go
so.
with that because
Yeah.
yeah, I agree the projectile should be consistent, but like yeah, we don't want the monster to just always be on the player's ass. Like we want the player to feel like that yeah, I can actually outpace this thing.
Oh yeah, 100%.
All right, cool. Um, so yeah, the behavior tree. Then you have the 3 shots. Um,
Mhm.
I think like the shot that goes directly at you should also be like distance based as well. It has to
Yeah.
like so. Maybe these shots can only happen when the enemy is like pretty close to you still, where you can it's like possibly right off screen, but not like it's actually still pretty close to you, and then
Hmm.
uh, every other sort of attack happens kind of like underneath that, or and then the tongue lashes. I'm still kind of like trying to reason that out in my mind.
Yeah.
Still trying to
Honestly,
figure.
I'm a little iffy on that.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
if we add like the other types of like obstacles, like those enemies,
yeah.
right?
We might not even need it.
They,
We might not even need
yeah.
it. Yeah, and it might just be like these attacks for the mouth, and then attacks at range, attacks close, and
Hmm.
that's all we need for it, and it just increases
Yeah.
in speed per level. All right, so this guy was still a little bit hard. I think it's because I need to bring this bouncy obstacle more closer to the bottom here. Okay. That's good. Let's play. It's funny because it's like you see the level before like the transition happens. I need to like fix that. like you see the new pieces before anything happens. But hey
Maybe
guys,
call
we almost have the game loop.
yeah.
Oh no. Oh no. Some of these are a little tricky to navigate, which is not a bad
Mhm.
thing. Uh-oh.
For adding
What's going on here?
coins
What's
to
going
our
on here?
player,
Yeah.
game manager, player data, level manager. Where should we do it?
Adding coins. It
Yeah,
should
like
all be
currency.
like if currency and
I did adding scores in the level manager.
level manager. Currency should probably be game manager, but like honestly, just keep it consistent and just put it all in the level manager, I think.
Okay. Yeah, we're not doing any scene changes, so it'll always be present, right?
Yeah, so it's all right. Yeah, just do it in the level
Okay,
manager.
cool.
So
I'm
so
just gonna run to the bathroom. Be
yeah,
back.
no worries. Oh, piece 2. Piece 4 was this one with the bouncy obstacle in the bottom. Yeah, okay. But on the top of piece 4, it is hard because it came with piece 8. All right, so piece 4 needs extra love as well. But piece 2, yeah, that's fine. Piece 4 needs a little bit of extra love because we have a bouncy obstacle on the bottom. I'm going to duplicate this guy and put it on the top too. You have a bouncy obstacle like right here as well. All right, cool. Man, who knew making sure that all these things kind of work in tandem would take so long?
Yep, there's a reason I didn't want to do it.
Yeah, I know, man. I know exactly why you didn't want to do it. That's why I didn't want to do it either. It has to be done though, right? Like if
It
we want
has to be done.
if we want this
Must-
if we want this game to like actually be successful, we have to be deliberate with its design.
Mhm.
All right. I think I got to the point where this is doable. Like all the pieces can actually be played through. I don't want to make more than 11 pieces right now. Yeah, see, like now this is like a. Oh no! All right, see, this is an issue. Which piece is this? Man, always an issue. So piece 10 with piece 2, or wait, piece 10 has this bouncy obstacle on this side, and then piece 2 is right above it.
With that bunches.
So piece 2 needs something as well. Piece 2 needs some love. Because if maybe come out with a bouncy obstacle on the, or a fan obstacle on the bottom. Oh, the portal obstacle, by the way, it's not working right now, right? So, I think eventually revisit that, Cam. Like,
Okay.
there's more.
I think he said he's gonna be right
Oh,
back.
he's gonna be right back. Okay, yeah. But I think he needs to eventually revisit that because that's a cool obstacle. I think.
Mhm.
Let's put like a flat bouncy obstacle because I haven't put any of these in yet. We'll put it like. Actually, we're gonna need a. I'll put like obstacle like this. All right, more testing. All right, cool. Now it's like a bouncy obstacle with a fan obstacle. Not bad. Oh, all right. Oh man,
Oh,
you saw what happened.
yeah.
I accidentally unpaused the game and I missed what pieces those were. All right, cool. Oh, it's just like a bunch of singular wall pieces just going straight up. Yeah, see, like as I'm like going this far away from the monster, it would be cool if it's like throwing things on the walls and stuff, right?
Mhm. Yep. All
Oh,
right, let's take a look at this. See how this works. Oh, launch force is way too strong.
and what we can also do, I think, is um, what did I want to say? We can also make it so that the enemy, like if it's like shooting all these things at you when you get far further and further away, we can make it so that like the items to throw the enemy off further don't spawn at certain distances as well. Like if you outpace the enemy too much, we shouldn't give the
Mhm.
player more incentives, you know?
Or like it's low probability.
Like or it becomes low probability. Yes, exactly. Like if you're like it's kind of like a rubber banding sort of technique
Yeah.
that we want to use, but I think that's like that is the case here. We do want this rubber banding, right?
Mhm.
Oh wow, that was pretty cool. I like that. If you look at if you look at the stream, something cool just happened.
Oh, you're stuck. Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, see this is like a actual like I have to bounce on this one or else I can't make it
Mhm.
up. Ooh, all right, I'm stuck. Okay, so this is these pieces together do not work. This is easy piece 10. Oh, oh, easy piece 10 and easy piece 10 together did not work. Because there's a bouncy obstacle and a fan obstacle.
Yeah.
Of one bouncy obstacle on the bottom, one fan obstacle on the top. So it's like when you put both of them together,
Mhm.
you get a bouncy obstacle and a fan obstacle at the bottom of one. That I mean, it works. It's just created this large gap. Wait a second. Oh, it's this one, easy piece 7. What's wrong with easy piece 7? Have to add something to Easy Piece 7 as well.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
How's it going?
It's going.
Nice.
It's
nice.
it's a lot more. It's a lot more. A lot more like iteration than I expected, but
Yeah.
who knows? Like it's the same. It's gonna be this either way. Somebody's gonna have to do it. So
Yep.
is what it is. Boom. All right. Cool. I just want to get it in a place where it's like it feels mostly playable. Like, oh no, oh, what happened there?
Am I doing something wrong with my defaults?
All right, nice.
I might just put the coin stuff on the player data. Like, if I add the function to the level manager, it's like every line is calling player data.
Oh
So it's kind of
no, you don't want that.
silly, but
You don't want that.
yeah.
You just
Yeah,
create
my
a
level score is on level manager because that just it makes sense.
yes.
Cool.
Yeah, it's mostly playable now. I don't think there's anything that's like not doable anymore. Yeah, I think it's mostly playable now. Like I haven't come across any unwinnable scenarios right now. Uh-oh. That's kind of weird.
What happened?
A bouncy obstacle with a fan obstacle right on top of each other. Because, like, I think, like, the bouncy obstacle is part of one piece and the fan obstacle is part of the other piece.
Hmm.
Yeah, see that? Look at that. That was like just go on my stream and watch what I just did. That was a pretty sick scenario.
When they're stacked.
No, no, no. Right afterwards. Just keep
Okay,
watching.
okay. We're about to see.
It just was on the stream. Did you watch how I bounced off the two bouncy obstacles and like
I'm
situations
not
like
with that too. Yeah, I'm a bit behind.
situations like that? Oh,
Oh yeah, that's cool. I just saw it.
situations like that is what makes our game cool.
Mhm.
Like I'm gonna clip that after we're done this and be like, what? How many hours is that into the stream? 2 hours and 15 minutes. Remind me of that time frame.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I think that was a pretty cool display of what our game is capable of.
What did you say? 215?
Yeah, 215 hours in.
I don't know if that's the right format for that, but
But
I was gonna do 215. I went 2:00 and 15.
oh yeah, no. It's 21500 because it's
Ah, yeah, that
215.
makes more sense. Yeah, yeah.
215 as like the minutes, not the seconds.
Hmm.
Oh, that was a nice one too.
Two.
2:15:52. Oh no, it's gonna be a little bit after. It's gonna be uh oh there's some cool like oh no there I messed up. Okay, I like where the level is at now. Every scenario feels like you can still win it, and there are some difficult scenarios. So I'm gonna just throw this into all the level objects for now. Rookie, easy is 30, normal is 40, intermediate is 50. Okay, yeah. So right now from novice to intermediate, you will progress as normal. Novice only has one piece, so we can see the level transition working. All the rest of the ones have have all the pieces that they need to, right? So
Right.
you're gonna quickly just progress through this one, which is just a piece that just two walls. You transition into the next level. And you can see it's basically all the pieces. Oh yeah, nice. We have the situation again. Ooh, I wasn't able to make it this time. Ooh, nice.
All right.
Bouncing, 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 bouncing. All right. All right. So the fan obstacle causes a bug. When you
Does it?
jump into the fan obstacle and it pushes you back into the previous wall, you don't flip
Oh, you
again.
don't flip.
You don't flip
Yeah.
again. Yeah, exactly. So it's like there's a lot of these little instances of when you're trying to um, where the player or controller gets confused which wall it should be sticking to.
Hmm.
So we should probably find a way where it's like you find the middle of the screen, and depending on what side you're on and which way your velocity is going, that's the way the player should be facing.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like if the fan obstacle pushes you past the border, you should then be aiming to go back on that other side of the wall. So if you press the click, you're not going to flip back to where the fan
Mm.
is. You smack to the other side of the wall, right? So it's like
Right.
it's more, I guess, it's just like a slight tweak to the player to make it more player friendly, I guess you can
Mhm.
say. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, like for me, I'm thinking it literally should just be the Euro step thing will always happen. Like when you're in the air and you press the button, you will always go to the closer wall based upon which half of the screen you're on, right? And which way your velocity is going. So it's like
Mhm.
if you're, jumping that way and you're on, one half of the screen, you will flip back to that side. But if you're jumping that way and you're on the other, see, the problem is it's like we can't just use the middle of the screen as for this because it's like sometimes you'll want to pass the middle of the screen and then jump back.
Yeah.
There's some scenarios where we're gonna need to like have the obstacle kind of override what the player wants to do. Oof. The it's like a spread shot.
Yeah. I'm just debugging it, 'cause
Oh yeah, debugging
it seems like
positions.
there's it's not one to one what my debug is showing, like my
Uh,
gizmos are showing,
uh.
versus what the
So
object
so
is
the
doing.
prediction is slightly off.
Uh, by a lot.
Oh,
I'm guessing it's just because of what the time is relative. Because this one is like it's snapshotting every 0.2 seconds, and what is it? Time elapsed, the actual time that we calculate, that increments way slower.
here. I just caused the bug again. I'm gonna cause it one more time. Um, Here, let me go down. I jump into a fan obstacle and I let it push me back into the wall, and then I flip. No problem. Like when I should be sticking. Like so, if I jump into a fan obstacle from the opposite direction and get pushed back into the wall I originated from, it will cause a bug
It's flipped.
every time. It works every time, right?
Have we had like layers to each wall, and then just if you hit it, you're not in the right
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
stance?
each wall could be set up like that. We'd have to tag them in the prefabs though,
Yeah.
and that's where it gets a little awkward.
And
It should be
our jumping animation isn't.
it should be. I think
triggered.
you know what should happen. Yeah, no, because I'm not triggering it. I'm just being pushed by the fan obstacle, right?
Yeah. No, I've noticed like when you're jumping like that, like you just charge. There's no. I don't know what happened to the falling animation or jumping or whatever. We were like flailing before.
Oh yeah, that's not working anymore. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you're always having the grabbing and
Yeah, that's okay. We can figure that out. But the main issue is like if you jump from one side and then get pushed back into the other side without interacting, like without tapping,
yeah,
it flips you automatically. That's what it is. That's the bug.
right.
Ryan, do you kind of understand that? I think yeah, you're
What's that?
working on the enemy, but this is like a player bug. So if I jump into the fan obstacle and the fan obstacle pushes me back into the previous wall, um,
Mhm.
I will always remain flipped. Like I will remain mirrored when I should be
Okay.
flipped the other way. So hold on, let me see if I can recreate the situation right now on stream. I did it a couple of times, but yeah, okay. So I should be able to do it with this. Okay, so you see these fan obstacles? So I'm going to
Mhm.
jump into it, and then I'm going to let myself get pushed back, and then um, I'm flipped now. If I do it like from the back side of the fan obstacle, it's fine. But if I do it from like the front side and get pushed back into the wall that I originated from, I'm mirrored when I should be stuck to the other wall, right? So
Okay.
the thought process should be possibly that this is where we can use the Y. Sorry, this is where we can use the horizontal. Um, like
We shouldn't need to. I can just calculate the direction with the thing you collided, right? And check if the x is negative or positive.
yeah.
Positive.
Oh yeah. You're on this. You're flipped this way. If it's negative, you're flipped the other way. Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
That's exactly what needs to be done because like yeah that's the only issue really that I'm and it's causing and it happens multiple times as well like so it's like um
Mhm.
anytime you even when you're like hit a bouncy obstacle that
Yeah.
that sends you back to the wall you originated from it causes that
Mhm.
problem as well but this should fix that right.
Yeah, it should. All right, let's see. All right, so 3 seconds.
Uh-oh. That's another thing. It's like you can slip. You can here. Here's another thing, which I think like we should just make it so that like if you literally can like slide right past a gap in the wall. When that should probably be treated as like a death, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's gonna be tough.
If you
I
slide
mean,
Put like a
I guess if you
hazard.
slide, I
I
guess
mean,
if you slide down like that, it's fine.
yeah, I guess
Yeah,
yeah,
you
we
could
can we
put
can leave it like you can slide past a gap.
you could put a
You're a
hazard on
ninja.
that corner, like where
Oh,
the gap
any
is,
any any gap corners have hazards, so that's how you die.
so you can't slide down it. Like the spike. I think I made like a red
Yeah,
triangle
yeah, you
hazard or
made
something.
that.
You could
Yeah,
just
yeah,
slap that on the.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. I mean, for now, let's leave it as is. I don't think it's so bad, but like,
No.
we might want to think about that. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I knew that. Like, as I was doing the level design, I'm gonna start thinking about all these little things because like
No, that's good.
it needed to happen.
Yeah.
And it still needs to happen more, to be honest. I just don't want to do it. It's okay. It's okay. All right. So I like what we have so far. The fan obstacle, the bouncy obstacle. Those are two solid first obstacles. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking the portal obstacle is something that was a cool, interesting obstacle that it's not working right now, but it can definitely be.
The
Yeah,
portal's broken.
yeah. Like I don't think it works. I don't know how it actually supposed to work. Um, but the thing is, it's like all of these obstacles that like move the player's position and stuff. Like we need to work with Ryan and get it like because it'll add bugs to our player for sure because of the way that our
Yeah,
player is moving and
I think
in
it should still. Yeah, it's just like the player flipping. Like he doesn't
flip properly when
recognize it. Yeah,
yeah, it's literally just
and
as we add an
then
obstacle that's actually modifying player position, it
mhm.
needs like player controller
I think I did
refactoring
communicate with the player controller to move it. I just don't know. It was a long
about
time
flipping
ago.
or whatever.
Like
Yeah, yeah. I
first
mean,
like
I mean,
month
yeah,
of development.
yeah. No,
Yeah.
that's okay. But yeah, like I think like bouncy obstacle, fan obstacle is good. The ghost obstacle was a good idea, and it will help. It will be one of the ways that we can get coins. We
Hmm.
need to also I think have like a item pickup sort of like aside from
Like a
obstacles
coin pickup.
we have like coins
Yeah.
and then the whole ninja nail bomb when you pick up three of these special items the enemy gets attacked automatically um,
Sure.
and those things can be also be prefabs kind of like the obstacles but they're more like they give you they're more like collectibles than obstacles right and um, we can build a separate option um, in our level generator rules to have so yeah if we go down to scriptable object level generator editor we can have like we have obstacle parameters we can add item parameters as well so that items will automatically generate in those like item spawn points will automatically generate in those areas and we can tell those spawn points what they want to be right do they want to be this thing, that thing, or the other thing, or whatever, right? Um, and I think the only pickups we really need right now are I will say like coins. Coins is really the only thing we need right now. But eventually we'll want that like nail bomb thing. And really and truly, I imagine once you pick it up, you just have something from the center of the screen that just drops down onto the monster, and then the monster just moves 50 units back or something, you know?
Could be another
Right.
button we click.
Or
Uh,
yeah, it could be a context button that you can actually hit as well, because like we are a one tap game, it'll be easy enough to like just have a button that shows up that we can press on with our
Yeah.
thumb.
yeah, gives player agency as well.
Yeah,
Pick.
yeah, you get to decide when you release the ninja nail bomb. Okay, yeah, but I think those elements will. Um, we basically have a game loop now with score, coins, and the ninja nail bomb added. We now have extra player agency whereas the only things left then in the game for us to complete are finish gamifying death and getting all the rewards in and then level design and more monster mechanics really
Mhm.
we're close boys
Oh yeah, it's coming in.
yeah like I really think like if we continue just next Thursday and the Thursday after we might be like 2-3 streams and we're done this
Hmm. Need to probably get started, find our artist and get them going.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably a good idea. So we're not sitting around for like 2 months waiting for assets.
I mean, if that's the case, we just move on to the next game while we wait for this game to get skinned, right?
True.
Yeah.
That's what the thing is. It's like the programmers will always be working on games. Let the artists let the artists feel happy with what they've created, so that everybody feels good about the game.
Yeah.
I've come to realize that if we're an independent company, it will get done when it gets done. We should try not to stress too hard about deadlines because people are doing this on their own timeline as well, right? Because you know
Yeah.
this is like everybody's working out of passion here. All right. I'm all level designed out today. I think I
Yeah,
I think
that's all good.
I think
I'm
I
gonna say my
Yeah,
lunch just came.
yeah. I'm
you can answer a question.
I can
I
answer.
have
Oh yeah, what's up?
I have a question about the slot machine. So I
Yes.
have everything in order and like I just need to hook up the rewards. But the first thing I noticed is the restart is not the same as like a level death restart. Like so I'm curious like how you're calling a restart. You have this button here, but then there's no on click and you also don't have any on click listeners. So I'm curious how
Right here, right
that's
here. In
working.
the main menu manager, in the game
Oh, is the
canvas,
main
in the
menu.
main menu, there's a restart button one, restart button two, restart button three.
Ah, I see, I see.
all of them are linked up.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Understand? Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know if you put it in there or
Yeah.
not.
Yeah. No. It's all set up like how all the menus are set up properly. Um,
Yeah.
it's
Restart.
the only thing is like you just have to add that one step forward. Like it's all
Mhm.
there, just the one step forward needs to be there.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
and yeah, I always thought like yeah, we'll add that once we get all the other things in, like the actual.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So here,
Like I think I
do
made
we
it
need to
pretty
know?
logical, pretty easy to hook up all the extra hooks, right?
Yeah. I guess yeah. Restart level is not the same as like a respawn. So let me throw this back
Yeah. This
where it says.
restart update menu state. Yeah, this like on play button click, on resume button
Mhm.
click, on restart button click,
So
you you set the thing and then you call restart level, which
yeah.
is
So in this restart level, there's no like. I'll show you. If I die, I restart the level where I died, which I could fix that no problem because we
yeah.
are.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Do
We
we
should
do we have a start boss or I don't know, but
um
we have this UI now.
hold
So
on.
spin
Yeah.
restart, and like I'm still down here. So we just need to. I don't know. Do we have a spawn point or do we just spawn at 000? But
We just spawn at 000. So
okay.
so 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 I asked like you see
So
this reset positions function in the level um in the level generator. It's like
yeah,
when we increment level tiers, that's gets called. We should
okay.
probably we should
I'd probably
probably
call that as well.
also. Yeah, you should probably call that as well. Because I asked Ryan that when he gets a chance to like make functions on the monster and the player to like reset their positions to start.
Mhm.
So this will eventually be two function calls on the monster and the player rather than like setting their position,
Mhm.
Okay.
hard coding it, and like basically at any time the level is resetting, we should call this reset positions function. I think like it will get the monster and the player back to their original positions.
Right. Um. So say we do get hit the lives jackpot, we'll have 3 lives. Um. I made the
at,
respawn a long time ago,
yeah,
but
so it would be like
I
similar.
just put it to 5, but like
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything right now.
Yeah, it should be something similar to this though. Like we should respawn at last known location or something,
Yeah.
where it's like after it probably just respawn you. The thing is, uh, the way that you'd probably want to work it is like you respawn like 10 or 20 units ahead of the monster or something. You know,
Yeah, the way the
that's
respawn's working is it has to be above, or if it's within like 20 units of the death box, we add like 10 units or
oh
something
yeah,
like
okay,
that.
okay, yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah,
That's
because
exactly what you
the
should do.
monster's pretty much always where the death box is, right?
Yes, exactly. The death box will be
Okay.
moving up with the monster.
Yeah. So yeah, it should be good to go. Um,
So yeah,
I
respawning
added
should
like
work.
yeah,
Respawning should work like that because like that'll happen
yeah, that's
upon
a big
level, and
part.
you can already tell like because of the getter and setter, like game over and
Hmm.
respawn just work. It's like either game over gets called because we went from a value to 0 or lower than 0, or respawn is
Right.
called because we are still greater than 0. If player lives is greater than value, that means we lost a life, but this didn't run, so that means we're gonna respawn, right? And
Uh,
anything that needs to know if lives changed has this invocation here. I don't think we needed it, but I put that anyways,
mhm.
just in case.
Cool. Yeah, for sure. So I can add. I think the slot machine's good to go for me to add
Add the
stuff
add
into the
buttons.
modes.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. I I'm looking
I
forward to
added
it.
some
Okay,
debugs because
I'm gonna throw
some
in
things
the
go.
level changes. I made some changes to your scene, Cam. Did you make changes to your scene?
Um, I do. I can't remember what I did. I think I just changed some UI, but that's fine. I did
Yeah.
changes to the game premise pre. Yeah, that should be fine. I
Yeah,
think
if
it's
you
just
if
this
you
guy.
made yeah if you made changes to the canvas prefab, it should be okay. It's just
Cool.
I did some thing changes in your scene. So
Mhm.
all right,
Cool.
I'm gonna push
So
this in.
this right here, like give
Level
extra life. That means that
generation.
we'll have 2 lives for the next round, correct? Or respawn where you were with a life.
No, no, no. It would be 2 lives for the next run or 3 lives for the next run,
Okay.
and then that null reward
That's when you want to do
we
that.
can use when you do when you get a jackpot of a null reward. That can be like the next life, like that can be
Uh, okay.
restart with your current run or whatever.
Jackpot null. Okay, I see you don't have that yet. You can add that.
No, no, we didn't add that. Yeah, no, we didn't add that in the if statement because I was
Okay.
like null is just like
It's whatever.
null is like a 0 reward. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
But we can make that a
Yeah.
restart
Just
life.
copy and paste that.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like because for whatever reason, null doesn't actually need to exist because it's like the slot
Hmm.
machine has null. When you don't match, that's a null anyways, right? So
Okay.
okay,
And the add to
I
continue is always optional. Right. Okay.
yeah, okay. So
Yeah.
I pushed my changes. Yeah, and yeah,
Cool, cool,
it's
cool.
always optional to watch the ad. You don't have to
Hmm.
if you don't want to.
Okay, so then restart level. Basically, we need to know. We have to reset the defaults at the end of every level, but before we add our multipliers. So it has to be before
The
the
slot machine.
level the slot machine pops up.
Yeah, so
So we can do
you
that on a
you you
level.
do like complete restart. Well, no, you have to restart everything but the current level tier that's on your screen, because that only happens at the end of like after you've. It has to happen in 2 phases, right? The level still has to be held in memory um, until you've realized whether or not you can restart your
Mhm.
current run.
Yeah,
Do you
so
get
like I
what I?
just need to reset these 2 score multipliers.
Yes, that's it. and then you reset the level
then-
after that.
Yeah, but the thing is, if they get a null and they get to continue, they
Yeah,
should
yeah,
keep their
yeah,
multiplier.
that's what I'm saying. Oh, they should keep their multiplier for the current run. Yes. So you have to do it after you do the roulette wheel then. Like after the roulette wheel is spun and you figure out whether you're rewarded or not, whether you have a rewarded button or not.
Yeah.
So then it's either if you hit cancel and you're like go back to main menu or whatever, it will restart everything. If you hit watch ad, it will do what it needs to. So it rewards you for the next run. So this means it restarts everything, then rewards you for the next run, or it will just give you your current run. Do you get what I mean? So the watch ad button is where the reset needs to happen.
But that button isn't always available though.
No.
You don't always roll that.
It's either on the watch ad button or the skip button, or like if you didn't roll if you didn't roll it, it will happen on the restart button or whatever. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it still there needs to be like a reset that happens, but if you roll the slot machine, that reset only happens after you've done the slot machine, and it happens on either button. Like whether you cancel out and you don't want to watch the ad, or you watch the ad.
Yeah.
And if you watch the
Basically,
ad, it's a little bit different than if you don't watch the ad.
we just kind of need to know if it's like a hard reset or a soft reset.
Yes, exactly,
Like-
exactly. And and the thing is, like, we have the areas for it, right? So it will be a hard reset if you cancel out of the slot machine, or if you don't even get a slot machine, right? Those are hard reset scenarios.
Yeah.
Soft reset scenarios are you get the slot machine, you spin the slot machine, and then you get a reward. Now, if you're premium, it should automatically just handle all the things that it needs to handle and reset all the things it needs to reset. Or if you're not a premium user, it needs to give you the watch ad button. And if you press the watch ad button, then you're reset with the specific scenario, right? Based on what you got. And that's how it needs to work. Basically, all these other scenarios where the roulette wheel or where the slot machine doesn't show up and it shows up and you don't use it, that's hard resets, right?
Yeah.
And
Okay.
that's all just one function. And then the soft resets, unfortunately, will have to be done in like their own specific ways, depending on what needs to be modified, unfortunately.
Yeah. Okay.
But hey, I already have all the hooks in, so except for the null one.
Yeah.
I've
Cool.
got the monster projectiles working somewhat. There's going to be a little bit of tweaking needed with the variables and whatnot.
Yeah, that's
Probably with the code.
that's perfectly fine. I think again we're making significant progress every week, guys. Like we're it's starting to feel fun. It's starting to have like these cool scenarios in the game, like especially when there's like this two bouncy obstacles next to each other. You jump into one and bounce into the other, and then that launches you up. That was a pretty cool thing, right? So like the fact that like these scenarios are starting to show up in the game and we don't even have the monster fully completed yet means that like once we add that tension, I feel like it's going to start feeling a lot more fun. So
I'll also ask if one of you guys can take a look at what I've done for the projectile.
okay.
'Cause I'm thinking there's still a little bit of inconsistency with the prediction and the actual movement of the projectile.
Okay, yes.
I'm using like kinematics, like projectile motion, basically.
Oh, okay, yeah. That will definitely cause like we have to really tweak our values to make sure that they're good and they're working consistently. So let's take a look. Let's see.
Alright, so fixed update, all I'm doing is calculating our horizontal verticals, right?
Yes.
And instead of using delta time, we have a float time elapsed, which increments, right?
Okay, yes.
So that way it's not one value, and then at the end, I'm just moving the position. The last day was multiplied by fixed delta time after all of this.
Yeah.
Just to
And the
see
thing
how
is,
it
like,
goes.
the translation X and Y should always be then kind of.
It should be mirroring what I have here, which is literally the same thing.
But the gizmos, okay, yeah. So you have the gizmos selected, shooting up.
Yeah.
Um,
Like, okay, let me see. This is the gizmo, right?
yeah,
Ideally, so 10 at what is 0.2 times 10. At 2 seconds, the ball should be here. Right?
yeah.
So, but if we hit play,
Oh, that's like way off.
yeah. And not sure what the route is here. Because my calculations themselves
Look
are,
fine.
yeah, they're literally 1-to-1.
Yeah.
The only thing I've done differently is multiply this by time.fixed delta time.
But that shouldn't be a problem because it's like.
Well, we can remove it and just see how it looks.
Unless rigid body is already doing that, but the thing is, it's like it would.
I
Make
also
it
have
would
gravity
make the curve,
turned off.
It would make the. Yeah, that's fine, but it would make the.
Oh, see now if I turn it off, see how far it goes?
Yeah, it's way too far. The thing that you're having right now is you're having an issue with Euler integration. That's what's happening actually. So
But
the
like
the
that massive? I don't
yeah,
think so.
no, yeah, like Euler integration upon different time steps can actually cause really massive changes in movement. That's just why, which is why you want to use Verlet integration instead during kinematic movement. Verlet integration requires you to use require it does like an added. You have to use your previous position. You have to store your previous frame's position as well, and then you have to like add that to your current position divided by 2. Like there's like a different formula for it, but I
Yeah.
think because the time step difference between whatever delta time is and whatever you're using 0.2, if you can make that exact, it should possibly like
Also, this is fixed delta time, so it's like more
it's
of a
gonna be
constant
yeah,
number.
it's gonna be like, but it's gonna end up being like 1.6,
No, but
1.67
fixed
or
delta time is more of a constant rather than
yeah, yeah.
delta time.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah,
pretty
yeah,
sure
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no. Fixed delta time and delta time, there's difference with that. Fixed delta time is like it will always be the same number every time. So you have a fixed time step now. But the thing is, your fixed time step is not the same as 0.2,
Yeah, I know.
which is not
But
that it's not that time step. So it's like
but at some point is what I'm
yeah,
saying. At like 2
yeah,
seconds, the ball should still be here, right?
yeah.
So at 2 seconds, the ball
Yeah,
should hit here.
should hit there, but like
And let's take a look at time elapsed real quick. So 0.7 at the moment. That's 1 second.
and 2 seconds ends up being right around
here.
there. Yeah, when it should be like down there a little bit. Yeah.
Let's try setting these to kinematic, actually.
Oh, wait, your body type wasn't set to kinematic? When you're
No.
using rb.move position, it should be kinematic, but the thing is it's still not working. It's still not setting it properly.
And this is definitely I'm pretty sure this is playing a factor here. Time.fixed delta time. The second thing I'm thinking is RB.position and transform.position are not the same.
They're
They should be.
They should be
Yeah.
basically the same, yeah. Because the thing is, the RB dot position is translating the transform dot position anyways. It's
Yeah.
linked up that way, right? So
Mhm.
it should be
Yep.
okay. Like I don't want to suggest this. Try to move it into update and use time.delta time.
Yeah, I was using update beforehand. Same issue.
Same issue? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, just try it now with you moving it into kinematic and
Okay.
just change it to delta time instead of fixed delta time. I mean, it means that like you're gonna have a no you didn't multiply by you multiply by fixed delta time at the end still. It decreases your time step, so it'll like less likely for issues, I guess. But like, still doesn't. No, still off.
Yeah.
It looks like it's off off by even further now.
Let's just take a look. Okay, this is 1-1.
Yeah.
This is 1-1.
Cos. Yeah. Launch angle. And by your launch force, the same thing. You translate on the X and you translate on the Y based upon. Yeah. So half gravity time squared. Yeah, that's the kinematic formula.
That's
The
1-1
only
as well.
yeah the only difference is you should possibly be storing your. But the thing is, when you're moving position, you are adding your previous position plus your new translation, so it's like that should be fine. RB don't move position. Hold on 1 second. I just need to double check the calls for RB dot move position. In Unity's own specific one, they don't actually use RB dot position there. They use actually transform dot position.
Oh,
in
really?
move position in Unity's own documentation. So try that.
Oh.
No. It's RB dot move position, but instead of RB dot position, it's transform dot position in there. But I don't understand why that would be a difference.
This issue here.
It doesn't. Okay, yeah. Oh, you're just missing a. And we might want to move it back to fixed update, but like, well, let's just see. No, still off.
Same thing.
Still off, yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
The gizmo being
weird.
drawn, yeah.
I wonder if it's because I'm doing it.
Twice?
Do it at the end. No, let's do it at the end of our calculations.
Oh, because your elapsed time is incrementing before you move.
Mm-hmm.
No, still the same thing. Try to add it back to fixed update. I honestly, you should be using fixed update. I was just trying to think, and yeah, just change it to fixed delta time here. But it's still going to be the same sort of movement, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, apply the movement vector to the current position, which is delta time, and a speed for a smooth move position. Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing. Our input, which is based upon the X and Y translation, are time dot delta
Pretty
time.
much.
Yeah, so why don't we just do this? Why can't you just
Actually,
like
I think I know what we could do. Move this here. Let's see how this goes.
Oh yeah, so because the time is elapsing and the movement is a different step.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Nope.
still exactly the same.
Interesting.
This is interesting.
Yeah,
Why?
like it should literally be falling down here.
Yeah.
Let's try transform that position.
Like, you're using a rigid body 2D, right? Yeah, you are.
Yep.
Yeah, I was like, maybe it's the rigid body 3D and like.
Let's see how this one goes. Then it might just be a rigid body issue. Nope.
No, still.
So the same thing. Interesting. If we get rid of this, it's too high. So we need a delta time at some point.
Yeah. Hmm.
All right, I had to step out for a sec. What's the issue?
Basically, what I'm showing in the gizmo, right there,
Right.
is not the same as what happens in game.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's like a time step issue, but it's just.
It could be.
Like you want to follow the gizmo trail, and the gizmos are moving with the ball.
No, it's like
Oh.
okay.
Yeah, so
let's say we're
x is equal to
This is
0.5
at, like, 2
times
seconds,
gravity times time squared is extremely easy use case. The position of the particle can be represented as a
but at
function
2
of time,
seconds,
but in
I'll
real
show
life,
you
a
where it
particle can be
goes.
affected by
Actually,
multiple.
like this is where my mouse should. This is where the ball should be going, but
Oh. Yeah.
it went further. And it's literally the same equation, 1-to-1. Right here.
And you're only adding like force to it or moving it in one area.
We were doing RB dot move position, yeah. That
Okay.
wasn't working.
Transform the positions.
Yeah.
Interesting. I wonder if horizontal speed is supposed to be just multiplied by delta time instead of time elapsed.
It does seem like it's a horizontal issue because the vertical seems to be correct.
Vertical seems to. Let's try this actually and fix delta time.
Then oops. Yeah.
No, I think there was issues with verticality as well.
Oh yeah, maybe.
It's because I'm multiplying in 2 areas.
Yeah. No, now verticality is going to be way too high.
Yeah.
So it was the curve that was throwing it off.
No, the curve is not. It's not following the curve when it should be. Yeah, see, the y is like way too.
Jeez.
Way too.
Let's do this where. So translation dot y times equals time dot fix delta time. Just multiply the 2 axes separately rather than
Together.
the
Yeah, honestly, the different, like, it shouldn't make a difference because of the way multiplication works, and you know that.
I
know. You never know. Yeah, see, it's the same thing.
It is the same thing.
Like, I really think, like, read this. Like it's not the fact that, like, you need like a little bit more of a like time step issues, especially with kinematic movement, is a big thing. Like, you need to, if we are moving kinematically and you're not just adding a force to a rigid body, it will be kind of like the way that you should do this if you want to do arcs and visualizing arcs is we should just use rigid body, add force, and we should just calculate our forces, and then the arc that we can view and build can be based upon certain variables, and the way that we view it, instead of viewing it kinematically this way, we actually simulate another rigid body. I don't know if you've ever tried simulating physics in a different scene sort of deal for gizmos.
What do you mean?
Like, so there's a way to Um, there's a way to open a scene and then create like a duplicate object that has no mesh but it has a rigid body, and to kind of in that duplicate scene in the background simulate like the curve based upon the force that you're giving it, and that will follow 1-to-1 for sure. Here, hold on, let me do.
Yeah, but we can't like realistically draw that out. That's the issue.
Yeah, no, we wouldn't be able to. It's like you
Like
have.
the honestly, like the equation itself, I think is fine. Like it's annoying me that the prediction is
It's
not
not.
1-to-1. Yeah.
Yeah, and that I honestly think is a time step issue. You think time step is like, oh, it's not gonna it's only over 2 seconds. How big of an issue could Euler integration and time step issues be?
Mhm. Yeah,
It is a big thing. It can actually be a really big thing. Like, um, every frame you're off by 0.1, let's say. By the time
Yeah.
2 seconds elapses and that like you're like 500 frames in, 0.1 is now like you're off by 5 units. You know, like that's what I mean. It's like because it's a compound thing. It's a compound effect. So really be an issue over a big time scale, and it's one of the
Because in
reasons
the
why.
gizmos, it's more predictions, right?
Yeah, it's one of the reasons why the gizmos is exactly like that's where the next one has to be. That's where the next one has to be. There's no integration between the next step.
Yeah.
But when you use a time step, you have that integration, and if that integration is off by a little bit each time, as you add, it's going to be more and more off every time. And like that literally looks like you're not off by that much, but you are a little off on the Y, a little off on the X, like by like 5-10 units.
Let's try for verticality as well. Check it out real quick. Okay, so this should be the apex.
It's not going to reach the apex. It's gonna be right below the apex. Or above the apex.
Right above.
Right above the
Above
apex.
you.
So what that means is, yeah, you're
There's
you-
also the factor that the gizmo's radius is 0.2.
make it exact, yeah. And then like here,
Oh, that's too big.
so
That's a variable.
so it's like but having that radius be exactly the size of the ball tells you where the top of the ball needs to reach. It's that line right there.
Yeah.
So or yeah, it's like yeah, so that's
That's
like
good
the
enough.
size, yeah. So it's literally like right below that line. I think it reaches above the line. Yeah, it does. So it's like it is an integration issue because it's slightly off. Every time it's going to be slightly more or slightly less depending on depending on the time steps. And because you're using fixed delta time, it will be consistent, but it will be consistently off by that same amount.
Yeah.
So that like it's consistent, but it will always be consistently off by that same amount. And I really think it's an integration issue, man.
Okay.
Read up
It
on
honestly could be.
read up on what I was talking about. Like do more research on kinematic movement, Verlet integration versus Euler integration, and you'll see huge concepts as to why you need to, like, if you're building like a good jump and stuff, as to why you should be using Verlet over Euler just by default.
Honestly, this is why I like add force.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like if you use a rigid body, especially in a game like this, and you just use add force and calculate your forces, you can achieve the same thing, because I'm pretty sure rigid body.add force is probably behind the scenes is using Verlet integration.
Yeah.
You know, like so
Yep.
it's like you don't need to implement it yourself. It's doing it already, and it's going to be a lot more robust
Mhm.
and fixed if you understand how to work with it and how to calculate the forces, right?
Yeah.
So it's like different strokes for different folks. A lot of people like making kinematic just so that they don't have to worry about, like, they can do things like this, like add these specific variables and add these gizmos, because
Mhm.
in working with rigid body and just using add force, like the gizmos, I guess, can be made the similar way, but um, the calculations on the rigid body add force will be different.
Yeah.
You know,
100%.
so it's like um, you can't standardize it, unfortunately.
Mhm.
Which would be nice if it's like you just use the same formulas. Yeah.
Oh, that was
Was
actually pretty close.
was it? I'd, let's
Like,
see.
okay, my mouse is here.
Yeah. Oh, see, still off, still slightly off.
It's still off, but for some reason, it is closer to what we
What
initially
you
had.
want, yeah. Again, it's a time step issue, man. Like it really,
Yeah.
kinematic movement really ends up being all about the small little details. Like, oh,
It also
I,
could be floating point errors here.
oh, true. But I
These
mean,
two. Because how big is this number? Look at that. It's going by a couple magnitudes, right?
yeah, it could, like, yeah, floating point error could also move it off. But again, all of these errors are kind of a feature of Euler integration
Yeah.
over larger and larger time steps. It gets less and less accurate.
Mhm.
That's the problem.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it's an issue with Euler, but I'm also thinking it's
Yeah, it could be like
an issue
that
with the
plus it could be that plus floating point error giving you more
more
of a
variations. Yeah.
more variation than you expect.
Let's
Like
do
similar
this.
similar to last week, how I was having two issues and it was hard for me to figure out what exactly was going
Yeah.
on. Like I think
Uh,
maybe something similar is also happening here. Floating point error. Oh man. But yeah, if needed, you could always just switch it to a rigid body. You just won't be able to visualize it very well.
Yeah, I know. The thing is, I started liking creating visualizers just so I could like
Yeah, no,
see adjust things without.
I agree. 1000%. You should be doing it because it's like it's just tools for the designer later on, right? Like
Mhm.
why
Plus, I don't have to go on play mode every time I want to
you want to
check
tweak
things
it
out.
and tweak it. Yeah, exactly. It just helps across the board. Um, yeah, it's just in doing that you'll need to up your physics game a little.
Yeah, probably.
That's all it really
I don't
is.
think it's not a physics game. It's more
No,
of a
no.
math game.
Yeah, up your math game then. Yes, yes, you're right. Like, because you're getting what we need, but your visualizer isn't being exact, and
Mhm.
yeah, like here. Here's another. Here's uh, there was like these tutorials on um, there's like these tutorials that I saw like a couple years ago. I saw this tutorial. I thought it was pretty good. The guy like was doing a tutorial on how to make a 3D game, and I watched
Mhm.
one of his other videos, and I'm like, oh, he's not using Verlet integration. What the hell's going on? And then
Oh, I know this guy. I've seen this guy.
a couple of videos later, he posted this. He's like, oh, I made a mistake. Some people in the comments were saying I didn't use this. I should be using this, and he actually fixed
Mhm.
it. And he showcased how he fixed the jump using Verlet integration. So it's like
Nice.
it it can show you what I mean in regards
Mhm.
to, like, because especially if you create like a kinematic controller and you wanna do things like you don't want uh, you don't want to set gravity. You don't want to set force values. You don't want to set these weird abstract numbers. You want to set
Yeah.
stuff like jump height. Like I jump 4 units every time. But again, the integration step is where it all starts failing because if you're not using Verlet integration by just using a standard Euler integration, saying that my jump height of 4, if my fixed time step is not literally like 0.000000000, like it's not like the most minuscule fixed time step, I will approach 4, but I will never reach it.
Yeah.
That's generally what ends up happening, right? Or I will accidentally go a little past 4, but I will never exactly hit 4. And the integration, Verlet integration, is literally just like,
There's issues here. Stop.
Maybe.
By 1.4, it should have hit here.
oh wow, that's actually way bigger of a variation than I'm expecting. 1.4, it should have been at the bouncy obstacle, but it like was all the way up there.
Yeah.
Okay, that's way bigger than a.
Right?
That might be way bigger than a.
We're both like.
Yeah.
But something that massive, I don't think should be the cause behind.
Yeah, it might not be. It might not be just an integration error. You're right, because like that over that small of a time scale, you shouldn't have had that big of a difference. That was a pretty big difference, pretty significant. Oh right. So. Oh, Matt is sending me Euler integration versus Verlet integration. Verlet integration stuff. Hey, yeah, no, I've been sending the same video to. I sent the same video to Ryan just now. Actually, that's so funny. So funny that you sent that. But yeah. So, the funny thing. I actually need to do something with Matches right now, and if you're cool for me to show it on stream, I'd love to. He has a multiplayer game in the works, and he wanted me to help test him out over the internet.
Nice.
Yeah, so I was like, I'll open it up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna push my changes, and then I'm gonna grab some lunch, and then if you guys are still going in like 10 minutes, I'll come watch.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Right now.
I'm not on for
Ooh.
too much longer. I have to just test this and then head out because I gotta get my hair
I got
cut
some
before this wedding
merge
today.
conflicts.
Oh, you have some merge
Oh.
conflicts? Is it scene changes? Because
Level manager. Touch the level manager.
did I touch the level manager?
I didn't.
I don't have anything in my level manager. I don't have anything from the level manager in my
Yeah,
last
you,
push.
You have
You
one.
do.
Oh, do I? What?
Yep.
Reset positions.
Wait, this was.
Oh my
Seven-
god. Oh.
Wait, what?
What? It's literally
Oh.
just a little. Oh god damn.
You might be able to fix that through Visual Studio.
Yeah,
honestly.
you might just be able to merge it and then just fix that through Visual Studio because, like, yeah, that's like literally,
Dash changes and continue.
literally a
Stash it,
space.
then go remove it.
No, it's literally just a
Okay, you
space.
put a space.
It's literally
Oh,
just
wait,
a
wait.
space change. God damn.
Oh my.
That's why I'm saying just merge it and then just delete the garbage data because like you're not gonna get that big of an issue when you merge the file with your file because like literally it's just a space change.
I don't know if it's gonna let me. Like, it wants me to stash my changes and continue.
Here I'll show you how to do that.
Alright.
Here. Uh, yeah. Hold on, Matt. I'll jump on a call with you in a moment. I just want to fix this issue with Cam for a sec, and then.
Wait, what's up with these comments on your channel?
What?
A guy comes home with a bouquet of flowers. His wife says,
What?
I'm not gonna say it.
What are you talking about, man?
I'm just gonna put it on put a screenshot.
Okay, yeah. Throw a screenshot up. Show me what you're talking about because I have no idea. Okay, hit close for a sec. Hit close for a sec. Um, so the reason why you can't merge it is because in order to merge it, you have to push your change. You have to commit your changes first. Generally, we don't want to do that when we have
Yeah.
merge conflicts, but because the change to level manager is so small.
No,
What? Where is which video is this on?
This is a live stream.
This is on the live stream?
Yeah.
1 year ago? When when was this comment? I have no idea. Oh, this is actually on the live stream right now? What the?
Yeah, not on the chat. If I scroll down, I see these comments.
Okay, I pushed.
That's so
Saying my
weird.
YouTube broke.
Yes, your YouTube did break because I don't see any of those comments. Yeah, I only see the chat comments. I don't see like the I don't have like like I definitely don't have 1,000 comments on the stream. Like that's just straight
be
up.
nice.
Yeah, that would be nice, but all right. So yeah, in doing that, you should be able to merge now.
Yeah,
And
yeah, I
and
remember that.
and now if you look at the level manager, there might be some excess changes or excess things that you have to like fix, but it will be very very minuscule.
Yeah, I think it's okay. Like
It
I've
might
already
not
gone
yeah,
through it.
it might not even have a problem, to be honest.
Yeah, like I just reloaded the project and compiler's fine. Console's fine, yeah. Seems okay.
All right. Let me test this out now.
Cool.
All right. I'm gonna invite or I
Hop
think
into
I
the
think
cast
I
lab meetings.
yeah, let's just hop into the Casplat meetings one.
I'm just gonna grab
Or,
food and then if you guys are still going in a little bit, I'll
all
hop
right.
in.
All right, cool. Um
Okay.
yeah,
See,
Ryan, if you want to join in with us, you can.
Okay.
Otherwise yeah, today was a successful day again.
Yeah.
Yeah, just kind of moving off to this now.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm gonna disconnect from this call. If you want to join us in meetings one, you can.
Okay.
All right. All right. Let's take a look here. Hey Matt, how's it going?
Hello, hello.
All right,
Yep,
let's take a look at this.
double hearing is too much.
Oh yeah. You want to turn off you want to turn off the stream
Yeah,
for sure.
okay. Smart.
All right, let's see.
Okay, so I I tried, but it doesn't mean that it's not good. It just means that probably I didn't do it well.
All right, yeah,
So
let's see.
I looked into the multiplayer and the networking stuff and all that,
Yeah,
and I did write a C++ little uh, uh, code snippet that gets you your IP. So I
oh okay.
display the IP and then I run a console command if you submit the IP. And because the basic port for joining is 777 for
Yeah,
Unreal, I port forwarded from my router to host to that port, and still, yeah, when they click join, nothing was happening. So I'm a little stuck on what the next step is because I thought that I
yeah. So
went through what the problem was.
you host, or like somebody can host the server, and then it should auto forward a port 777 when doing that, and then anybody should be able to join, or how's like that process kind of looking?
Yeah, so for now, I'm only interested in testing, just being able to have two builds on two computers and join up. Later, I will do either Steam or Epic Online Services integration, and through that, I know there will be no issues with that. And
Okay,
I have
okay.
resources to do that. It's just too
All right, so
cumbersome to set
yeah,
something up just for the development.
so for development right now, you just want to be able to one client can host a game, one client can join a game, basically.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that should just generally work out of the box in Unreal because Unreal has like client-side
It does
replication.
on the same server. Like I can play from my other computer, from my laptop. I can do that, but I cannot from other network.
Oh. Ugh. No. Hold on. Sorry, guys. My apologies. I think like things just started like stopping on me. One moment. YouTube. Back to YouTube. Things just failing on me left, right, and center right now. Just yeah, all right.
Think you did?
Yeah, no, something it just my computer was trying to restart on me.
Cannot handle the low pulleys, man. It's just too
Yeah.
much to
Let's
run.
let's see.
Yeah, we tried it with the others today. I hosted a session. They launched up. They tried
Yeah,
to
did
join
did they
through the
make
IP.
did they make sure that everything's kind of like set up so that you know
I'm
they
not sure.
allowed access on their networks and stuff because that might also be causing problems.
Could be.
So
Let
if
me
I
try it. I'm gonna launch the build now.
okay.
Oh,
Um,
Hisham, I fixed it.
Oh, did you? What was it? Was it floating point error?
No, it was on my gizmos. I multiplied it by the physics time step.
Yeah,
And
so you were multiplying it by 0.2 instead
yeah,
of
like what if
instead
I
instead
just
of
use
the
the physics?
yeah. So if you use the physics time step, it will be exactly the same because the physics time step and the yeah, like I was saying, time step issues is like it literally is a huge thing. If the time step is different, kinematic movement is going to be completely different. It's going to look completely different. So it's like if you want it to be one to one completely accurate, Verlet integration is the way to go. And at that
I mean, this
point, it would have.
wasn't for lay integration either. It just
No. Oh, I see your name here. Oh, that's my. Oh, that's
yeah,
because.
you can switch it.
Okay. Whenever you're ready, let me know, and I
Okay,
can.
so no, the server is hosted. You can go to multiplayer now. Switch the connection type to. You can close it. Yeah, switch it to online. Yes, and if you search, it will not find it.
But
But if you're on the same network, it will. So it even tells you the little debug message up there that it doesn't. I sent you the IP. You
all
can
right,
just
yeah,
paste
I'll
it
do it.
in.
I'll do it off stream, so your IP
Okay.
isn't
Yeah,
shown.
yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Let me just figure this out. Let's turn off the display. Let me throw in the IP here.
I wanted to hack some people.
Yeah, right.
Uh,
Don't
yeah.
worry, don't worry. I'm not a dummy. I
Keep
know.
it
I'm
safe.
just show my show my show my credit card information on stream. Like, yeah,
Imagine.
no. Like I know how to not. All right. So I hit direct connect and nothing happens.
Nothing happens. Yeah,
Do
exactly.
we do we
But
have do we have do we have a debug log or anything that I can look at now?
no,
No. What you
no.
should be doing, the next step is the direct connect button should be logging something.
Right. I mean,
That's the next step when figuring out why you're not connecting, right? That's my first ask for you then. If you need to troubleshoot this, okay, I'm
Okay,
gonna
right. Right.
let's go back. So and then turn my camera back on. So the next ask of you will be, let's have the direct connect button actually log some output and be like, okay, I tried to connect, I tried to do this, I tried to do that. Here are the error messages, and put that in a text file somewhere so that we can look at it.
But how do I even get an error message out of that? Like, it's just a console command. I don't know if it outputs anything.
You should be able to output to console even, and then you should be able to view that in a debug log. I think like console messages are output to like if you go into engine, like there's like
Also, I can hold on. I can fire up a stream in
yeah.
in
See
the
like
Discord.
there is like logs here that are output. Then this is all
It's
like the
UE
console.
log.
It's all the console log messages, right?
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
this is stored in your project folder. This project SAPI content. Oh no, not content. It's saved
Oh,
logs,
okay.
right?
So just drop something there to be able
Yeah,
to
yeah,
see. Okay.
exactly. So like when you go down, you might even have something already, right?
Mm, Maybe if you just Control F and type in IP something, or just
No, cannot find. Let's go look upwards.
with capital.
IP net driver, no. PC null. Owner driver unique null.
Okay.
IP driver is server no. PC null is owner. And unique ID invalid. Unique ID invalid.
No.
Invalid. IP driver shut down. Yeah, so there's like a bunch of stuff here, but like I would definitely output messages to the log, and then look for those specific messages in this log folder, in this log.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah, just give me 1 second.
Don't put it up on the stream.
Yeah. Don't worry, I won't. I'm usually pretty cognizant about that, unless
Okay,
people are.
No, because I have your show, and again, when you go into host, it immediately spits out your IP. So
Yeah.
don't host on stream.
Yeah.
Again, this is just only for the development. So if you see this right now, I may as well launch to first. Let me show you that.
So
actually
yeah,
actually
it
does work.
functions on LAN, right? So
Yes, but
local
not just. I don't know what if I switch it to online, because again, I was following some kind of tutorial on this one, and no, I don't want to do that. I want the widgets, the main menu, no, the multiplayer menu. This one. So the on-click host game, create the multiplayer session. If it is not a LAN, it just uses the built-in Unreal Engine create session.
yeah, okay. So and all of
thing.
that stuff should be auto replicated and auto.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Like I would have to do like major debugging on this then, like because if you're using Unreal's own tools and it's not working just out of the box, that means that
So-
there's either a setup issue or a setup issue is probably the case, because it's less likely that the Unreal Engine things are causing problems. It's more likely a setup issue, right?
Yeah. Okay, see, like it's right there,
Yeah, you have it right there. Perfect.
and I can join up. It displays both,
yeah.
and now I can go into the other session and start it up as it being the host.
It works LAN but not online.
And
Okay,
now
hold
it's in.
So when you create the session, for like an online space, what does that
Yep.
look like? That's just using the create session.
It's
The
just a
same.
different boolean.
Yeah. Um,
And not only that, but if I
Blueprint multiplayer not working via internet.
and if I do a direct IP connect with the session that I just hosted there, same thing. It's going to do it. So it's not even that I messed up the functionality on this. It's just I don't know.
Uh,
It should work.
You should be able to connect via IP, starting the server with listen and using open IP address. This should work as long as your ports are open. Locally, would be tested with open port. Yeah. Oh, this is like from like years and years ago. Listen server works on LAN but not on WAN. First, you must use usable ports. You must use your global IP instead of your network IP. You are using your global IP, that looked like.
This, yeah.
Yeah.
If I do
Your network
CMP,
IP would be like 192 point, like it would be like your internal home IP. So
I need the default gateway, not the IPv address.
no, you need the IP address. The default gateway is what you don't need.
Okay.
Yeah. You need your public IP, which is that. That's like your computer on the internet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought too. And the port is the port.
Here's what I've tried. It makes me think there's no listener to these ports. Steamworks failed. No.
No, I'm not using
use
Steam yet.
LAN, another player can join. It looks like the computer hosting my first computer use UDP to broadcast to find players within the LAN to join. WAN, still my first computer hosting. Okay. Server uses UDP to broadcast and find players to join, but no one else would be able to join as my second computer is on external IP and subnet. Oh, it's saying Steam should be integrated for such case. Because
I think you need
apparently,
an online subsystem.
yeah, you
for-
might need an online subsystem to actually get this working. Like, I think it works via LAN out of the box, but it doesn't work via wide area network out
Yeah.
of the box.
I
Yeah.
remember doing a course on that, and like, you need
Yeah,
like some
yeah.
sort of third party to connect people.
Yeah, like honestly, every time every time I've tried to do multiplayer, I've always had to get like Steam or like a different online platform involved before I even test that. I've never done it just. The only way I've done
Unity actually lets you
Unity,
host for
yeah,
Unreal.
yeah, Unity. I've done it through a Unity project. I haven't done it through an Unreal project.
No, what I'm
Right.
saying is like Unity's services, they also work for Unreal.
Oh, like the gaming services? Yeah, those are
Yeah.
those are platform agnostic. They can work on anything.
So you could
Um,
probably set up like a relay or like an actual dedicated server. Right.
I would just go the Steamworks route because if you want to put this on Steam, so I would look into the Steam online subsystem because from what I'm reading,
Okay.
from
I,
what
I
I'm
already
reading,
set up Epic Online Services on the Lyra project. I guess it cannot be that difficult to do that for
yeah,
this
like
too.
for
But
like
yeah,
read this what I like read what I'm reading right here. Um, this is basically
probably we
this
have
is
the same
basic.
resource on that. But
Yeah, this
Whoa,
like
it's Cam.
hey Cam,
Hello.
hey, we're just wrapping up. But like, yeah, listen server works on LAN but not on WAN. Most people over here, um, specify like LAN. Another player can join, but it looks like the computer hosting my game is using UDP, which is like kind of like a thing to use for internal network packet transfer, right? UDP is like
Yeah.
a protocol for like local area network transfer. It's the fastest. It works. But like when you're trying, it's still using UDP apparently. And then apparently digging on the internet, the guy says most people are saying should integrate with Steam or something like that, or some sort of online
Right.
subsystem to actually get it working, because
Right.
right now you have
You
the
to make a Steam page and everything and create a product there to be able to use that.
you have to integrate with the Steamworks SDK. So it's like
Okay.
I don't think you need to do the entire like product page and everything, but you do need to have like a Steam developers or even like the Epic Games Store like would have something similar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yes, you will probably need some sort of external online service to get the internet aspect of it working. It seems like that.
Okay.
At least to my knowledge, I haven't done a multiplayer game in years and years, so it's like
No, I ask you
it's
because I know
yeah.
you're pretty knowledgeable in
Yeah.
multiplayer in general.
Yeah, no,
And
it's just been quite a long time. Like I haven't touched any netcode or any multiplayer things in like a long time, because I know that when I get to it, I will spend all the time in the world making it completely right. But that's for my fighting game that I'm gonna make like in a couple years.
Hey, that could be our next project.
Yeah, no. It will be the project after Shifter for sure. But like Shifter,
No, I'm saying like after a mobile game, not necessarily a fighting game, but
Plat-
like a maybe like a platform brawler.
yeah, a platform brawler I'd be down with. Like if you wanna make
Smash
like
Bros. Clone?
if you wanna make a Smash Bros clone, I'd be down.
Not even Smash Ball, more like what are those games? Gang Beasts.
You're talking about like a ragdoll fighter.
Not just a ragdoll, but like it's
You guys are so
party.
fun, man.
Yeah,
It's less
like a party fighter or a party brawler. Yeah, I'm down for
Like
that. I'm down
what's
with
the
that.
one? What's the one game where they're like on top of
Ganges?
trucks and they're like yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean
it's kinda
things
cool.
things like that. Like
Yeah.
I've always wanted to make like an Overcooked style game, but like
Mhm.
like a lot more action based and a lot more like. You know, in Overcooked, you can't really like punch out the other guy, or like like you can't really like you can hinder them, but you can't really like do a lot to them. Like imagine you had a game something like that, but it's more like brawling based. So it's like
Yeah.
instead of your cooking things, you're like trying to you're trying to control points on the map, and
So
the
it's
things yeah.
it's Overcooked but gang edition.
Yeah, yeah,
So
exactly.
perfect
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
yeah.
All right. We can talk about that later. We can talk about that after we're finished the game we're currently working on. Let's not. This is another problem that a lot of us have. We look at the next project before this project's even done. So yeah, I'm gonna.
Hey, if you're game dev and you're not doing that, you're doing something wrong.
Yeah, I mean, it's because we all it's because we all think of all these ideas and we want to work on the next one. Want to work on the next one. Want to work on the next one. It's like, but hey, complete your projects because that's the hardest part.
Yeah.
that's
All right.
100% true.
All right, but yeah,
One
Um,
thing I wanted to show you as well, because we were talking about the modular character
oh yeah,
thingy.
oh yes.
It's a huge pain in the ass. I don't know why.
You have to.
Because I'm not a 3D artist and I don't know how these things are working. But I got this mesh. I got it split it up, but it has to be exported one by one, because if
Yeah.
I do it all together, it just imports it as one.
Yes,
Because-
exactly. You have to import like the arms as one, the body as one, the head as one.
Yep.
Unfortunately,
And so then you
And then
are
you build
inside
up
here.
you build up the different skeletal meshes to
Yep.
like
And there is one parent, and there are the children
yeah.
pieces, and it's a very simple one
So-
node thing.
Yeah, and you
Set
just
leader post component, and that's it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it works.
yeah, perfect. And then you just like swap out. Yeah, exactly. Awesome. Like I thought doing this with static meshes would be easier, but this makes way more sense because like now all the skin weights and everything on the
Yes.
actual mesh will work in line with the animations, and everything will just work one to one. You just do this across the board on all the things that you want them
Exactly. You
have.
just need your 3D artist to put on a factory line and
Yeah,
just
yeah, exactly. I
Did
remember.
you model these characters?
No. He
Sorry?
got the Senti assets, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it the space one?
Yeah, it's the space
Yeah.
and the sci-fi world, the $500 and the
Oh yeah,
$150
I really want to get that one.
Oh, oh man. Yeah. Anyways, I do gotta get going. I have a haircut and then a wedding to go to, so
I
I
thought that was
gotta.
at 11.
Yeah, no. I went, but then the person that I like to get my hair cut with wasn't there, so I'm like, they're there at 2:30 today, so I'm like, all right, I'll go at 3:30 after stream. so,
Very
so
barber.
yeah, it's just I like having the one barber because I don't know if I have a very hard time trusting anybody with my hair.
You want to talk to randos?
Don't want to talk to
No,
randos. Even though I get like one of the easiest haircuts, like I literally just get like a fade on the side and like buzz
Yeah.
the top, right? Like it's one of the easiest haircuts, but it's still people still screw it up. So
Yeah.
I know, right?
I'm,
It's crazy. Crazy.
like the majority thing that's hard about my haircut is was trimming my beard, but I don't even have the beard right now, so it's like
What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
all right.
You people.
But yeah, I do got to get going because I do have to pick up my daughter afterwards. So I'm gonna head out now. Yeah, Matt. Sorry I couldn't be more help, but I really do think it's like a subsystem thing, and you have to add like some sort of online service to actually get it working. So
Okay,
so
I'll do that.
so look into that, and then if you're ready to test again, let me know, and yeah, I
Yep.
can we can take another round at this.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah, no, for sure. And just as I have everybody here, actually, Ryan, I gave Matt your document.
Okay.
Matt, do you need any any extra help? I think it's fairly self-explanatory. Like the system already serves up all the lines, and Ryan said he thinks he got the dialogue widget working as well. So maybe it's already working. I just need you to.
I did this a long time
Yeah,
ago.
we did this like this is like a year ago. So it's like again, it's
Yeah.
like these things that are kind of like if that's all working, then really all you need to work on is like the player NPC friendship system, right? Like that's like the
Okay.
next step on top of that. I just don't know whether or not the dialogue component is working because I remember a year ago it was broken and I don't know if Ryan fixed it or not.
I think you said it was broken, so I took a look at
You
it.
took a look at it, yeah. But I don't know if anything on that front has happened. So it's like
Yeah.
we can take a look at that first, make sure the system that's serving up the lines is also actually displaying them in some sort of UI fashion, and then we can work on. I can show you the main scene, which is our kind of like our docking bay, and we can work on getting like NPCs in there that we can talk to and increase our character friendship with, basically.
Yep.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
We'll talk. I guess the next time we'll talk about Shifter is going to be on Monday, so I'll see you guys then.
Oh,
If
sorry.
yeah.
I have a quick shifter thing as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Pat sent me a message. She wants me to delete the entire encounter folder and the subsystem.
Yeah, so he's going to recreate that. That's fine. Just do what he's saying.
Yeah, like
Because
you
he's
just want me to go in like Solution Explorer or whatever and just delete the whole encounters folder.
Oh yeah, because he's like rebuilding it completely. Yeah, that's fine. It's gonna break. It's gonna break your entire level and everything. But like on
Yeah,
Monday,
it's gonna break everything. That's
on-
why I wanted to ask you.
on Monday,
It's gonna be a purge.
on Monday, what's gonna happen is me and Pat are gonna work on getting like just a eliminate enemies encounter working
Okay.
in the new system, and
Wouldn't-
and maybe I'll
Wouldn't
just
it make more sense to hook
yeah,
up
I'll
the
ju-
new system before
yeah.
deleting the old one?
Yeah, I'll work with him on Monday with that then.
Okay.
Just
So
tell
I'll
him
just
tell
hold off then.
yeah, just tell him
Okay.
him that Hisham and you will do that on Monday. I talked to him and you guys will we'll delete the entire
Sounds
thing
good.
unless he needs something right immediately.
He said no rush. So
No rush. Okay, yeah. So just
Yeah.
let him know that I'll take a look with him on Monday in that regard.
Yeah.
All right.
Alrighty. Cool.
Cool. I'm glad like you guys are also talking. Like that's like the thing that I've wanted as well. Like I want all the programmers to talk to each other. I don't always need to be driving the conversation. But yeah, it's finally happening, so I'm glad. Anyways, yeah, I do gotta get going. Thank you for joining me, and again, I can feel it in my bones. Like we're starting to get good gameplay features, good gameplay elements into this game. It's almost there. All right.
Yes, sir.
Right.
All right, guys. Yeah.
Alright.
So I'll see you guys. Well, I'll be working Monday. Anybody who wants to join me at that time, like me and Pat will be working on encounters on Monday. If you want to join, work on Shifter, feel free. You'll feel free. We'll be in the
Sounds
meetings one.
good.
All right.
I'll
Alrighty.
see you guys next week.
All right. Yeah.
See ya.
Yeah.
Yes,
See ya.
sir.
All right.
Peace.
Take it easy, guys. All right, I am out of here. Thank you for joining. Anybody who would like to comment, subscribe for more game dev things. We'll just constantly be working on games here on these live streams, and maybe even playing some Street Fighter. So yeah, thank you again for joining me. Anybody who did, please comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next week.